does anyone wish to give a recap of the previous session?
I believe most of it was checking on the last door, and I think we killed the odd Gobbo, and I'm pretty sure Hypatia face tanked at least one more trap, and then we ran to this zone which was warded, and then if memory serves, I think
Yep.
if memory serves, Vash had a
memory serves me correctly.
Yes.
Now bite the capsicum.
I don't have a capsicum handy. I'll go with a. I don't have any crunching up. Sorry. So you'll have to use the theater of the mind, some more, and then Vash had a divine insight and was able to bypass these wards by kind of picking them up. And then we wanted to this in this area which had a smaller glowing yellow obelisk and a larger blue glowing obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we wanted someone wanted next to the yellow one, and that summoned some sort of large undead monster thing, which was rather unpleasant. Yeah, a bone demon. It wasn't happy to see me. It hit me a few times. On the upside, it didn't hit anybody else, which is probably good.
Yeah, it did. It almost killed you in a turn.
True. This is true. So it hit me a lot, and I've
fair. Sure, it's very short.
Lenza was going to
easy
say
to
that,
miss.
but...
Yeah, Hypatia got hit a while, retreated. Shura got hit a while. Some other people did a fair bit of damage, and then Hypatia swooped back in and killed Steel. The kill stole like some sort of heal-stealing person. On the outside, it is discombobulated, and we wielded what weapons we thought may be of some use, and left the scene. And we didn't go near the other obelisk, and we reset the wards, and I think that was pretty much it because we were kind of tapped by then. So I believe at this point we retreated upwards, and we're at camp, deciding on our next move.
So we basically got you guys out of the bottom levels, and you're now inside the keep, and you are determining whether or not you're going to return to keep a camp, the mercenary camp, that is. So, is that your plan still? It's getting late, dusk is beginning to fall.
Hypatia is done for the day.
Yeah.
And I think Shura is a bit. Shura might agree with me.
Yeah. The cart's full. We should leave.
I believe I used my cloak in that last session too, didn't I?
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It's on cooldown.
Mm-hmm. Right. If that's the case, you can absolutely return pretty much without drama to the mercenary camp. The camp is pretty much exactly the same way it was previously. Most of the guys here are, they're pretty happy to see that you made it out. All the heads that have been coming out, they were starting to think that sooner or later some of yours would start coming out, but they are saddened to see that Sven did not make it.
Correct.
Yes.
Awesome.
So we need to talk to the head of the mercenaries, which is what's his name again?
Braris the Grieve, but he is not here.
Oh, the Grieve's not here. Who's in charge of the camp then at the moment?
They just look around. It's like, well, he really wasn't in charge per se. I guess he was just the most senior of everyone here. I don't know. I will be, says a guy, stepping up. He seems to be, a light swordsman.
Okay. Shiro looks around and says, "Does everybody agree this man speaks for you?"
And they look at him and it's like, whatever.
Okay.
Wendell it is.
Alright, Wendell. Why'd the Grieve leave? Is he carrying a message or getting supplies or what's going on?
I'm not sure. He got a missive this morning and he left. He didn't really say too much. He just upped and left. Gathered his stuff, bade us farewell. Probably only missed him probably by 3 or 4 hours actually.
Well, we're thinking of camping this night and then leaving tomorrow and heading to Silvermont. So, if any of you are planning on heading to Silvermont,
Weren't we heading
Or
back in for a little
need
bit?
us to escort
I don't think so. I think
anything?
we're pretty much okay here. You guys seem to have done, well, the 8's good work, and for that, it'll make our job a lot easier. Maybe we might even move the camp inside the walls. What do you say, guys? Is that blue fire still going? Yep, the blue fire's still going. No, fuck that. Oh, it looks like we'll be staying out here.
Fair
Smart
enough.
move.
Entirely fair.
It seemed
Um,
like a wise move. So,
does
did you need any supplies?
They
While we're
used
in
to
town?
begin-
We get a supply wagon every week, but I guess you could bring some more stuff back. The guys are really starting to miss the booze we've run out.
Yes, fair. Do you guys send a wagon back with your fallen comrades from like that lightning attack and everybody who went down into the keep with us, pretty much? Tragically.
Well,
just bring that up, man. Just bring it
Yeah,
up.
no problem.
speaking of which, did you where's Fenn's body?
Did I not say that I brought Sen's body back?
There was no body. There was a bloodstain.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow. What happened to him?
There was a bloodstain
Oh, he
and
got
scraps
blown
of.
up.
No, there was bloodstain.
Yeah, he was left behind by Zhang, remember?
Yeah, there was a bloodstain. There were scraps of armor and clothes, etc. left behind.
Okay. Hmm. Well, then I'll just say his body was lost in the tunnels in the fighting.
Oh, that's a shame. He had a young child, I think, or was that his brother? Maybe he had a young nephew. I don't know. I didn't really have much to do with him. He was a silent type. Nice guy though, I think. Anyway, you suck, Wendell. Yeah. So the other bodies that fell, we've still got them. They're wrapped up over there. We were going to bury them, but it's probably not a good spot to bury them. If you want to take them back to Silvermont with you, that would be much appreciated.
Well,
Yeah.
why not?
Do you have a wagon that we
Yeah,
can
how's
use
it
to
deliver
cart the
full?
bodies?
I'm sure we have something somewhere. Do we have a wagon? No, Barris took it. Apparently we don't have a wagon. You suck, Wendell.
All right. Well, then I guess we should dig some graves.
Yep.
We can preside over it. We have 2 priests here.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than most get.
Absolutely.
Well, let's set about it then. You're in charge.
At least double the number most people get.
I ask him to set up a detail and dig some graves.
Sure.
Gruber helps dig.
As do I.
Vash can help. Big muscles.
I'm going to
Yang
guess
can
that
help.
they don't have any shovels in my size, so I'm not going to.
Oh,
You mean a trout?
uses excuses.
Exactly.
Total cop out there.
I'm a grave digger, not an archaeologist, damn it.
Sure, you can dig some graves and bury those fallen. Harry is.
As much as I think it's lovely that we're all doing this, maybe the mercenaries who have been sat on their asses for the entire time we were down by there can do it, and we can have a rest.
You can have a rest with me, man. We're just chilling. They can do what they want.
Oh, I am well aware, but
But yes,
Most
This
of
is
them
the
are
easiest job I've
It's
had
okay.
all day.
Harry will go off and visit those other mercenaries, his friends, etc., and colleagues and companions.
I mean he's got fucking clout now, you know. He was the only one who survived with these
My
fucking
goodness.
crazy.
Tell me about it. He's about to become elite.
Yeah.
He could do. He could well do.
I give him a fist bump before we go.
Only a fist bump, not a chest bump.
I don't want to kill him.
You wouldn't kill him unless you fist bumped him with your answer, because then you'd get a crit, which would be ×3 damage.
hmm
But yes,
The
anyway,
chest bump would put him on his bum.
maybe. The halberdiers aren't too bad. They're pretty solid. But anyway, that by the side, nor by the way, the graves shall be dug, Lenza and Shiro notwithstanding. The bodies that are wrapped will be laid to rest. Dirt will be strewn back over their forms, and
Prayers will be read.
sure, there is a moment of silence, and then, yeah, it's almost fully dark now.
Sleep.
Okay, so are you guys taking any watches, or are you trusting it all to the mercenaries?
Well, we saw how well that went last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So we should
Yeah.
probably still take watch.
Yeah.
What happened last time?
The lightning bolt.
A lot of people dying.
Lightning bolt killed like a whole bunch of people.
Jaws missing from this list.
I mean, anytime we're anywhere, people tend to die.
And
No,
so is the
it's-
toad. I guess the toad will just be on watch with me.
It's just selection bias. It just happens to be that we only know about the people who die when we're there.
Yes, I'm sure there's plenty of other people die when we're not there. I mean, imagine what happened to the poor bastards your friend crew who led in the Soros car. I don't think they're having a good time, and they're probably a lot more dying around here. Over there.
Schrodinger's coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Did you say you're going to put Jaw on there?
Yeah, I'll add Jaw. He can go on with Sean at the end.
Sure. Let me roll some dice. Oops. Let me roll some dice. We got 4 watches due. Okay, cool. The watches will pass without event. The morning will dawn fairly chill. There is an ominous wind blowing down off the mountains, but otherwise everything seems to be, I guess, pretty chipper as far as it can be, given that they buried a whole bunch of their friends last night.
We had a
More
good night's
rations
rest.
for the rest.
I beg your pardon, there was 2 people speaking then.
We had a good night's rest.
You had a reasonable night's rest, yes. You can each heal back 10% of
was
your
gonna
hit
say,
points.
3
Except
hit
for,
points.
thing.
Me. I said.
Yes.
I was just suggesting that this also means more rations for them.
It does.
Survivors.
Yes. But it does also mean that their numbers are currently a little bit thinner, and if there is some push from outside of the ruins, they may be less likely to hold. Especially now that Burris has left, since he was their most senior merc, and probably their most skilled. But,
Although to be fair, we also did murder over 100.
Yes, you did.
So that may make attacking outside a little bit difficult, at least.
Goblins are like rabbits, though.
Yeah, we hope. We
It
hope
gives
the
them
real
enough-
ones don't come up now that, they're a little worn. That's okay.
But
Yeah.
yes, you did take a chunk out of them. Those, who knows? Androshell has stayed a ruin for a long time for a very good reason. It is morning. You can break fast with the mercenaries. There is some cold
Has everyone updated their hit points?
vegetable
Yep.
stew.
Oh, thank you.
I'm assuming I'm still attuning to the Crone's Bone.
No, you were tuned to it before.
You should be attuned to it. Yeah, you've had it for ages.
Right then. In that case,
You should be getting 20% of your hit points back.
yeah. So 6.
Is the plan still to move to Silvermont in the morning
Yes.
after you break fast?
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I don't. This wagon is starting to smell rather bad. I'm sure Thadar and who's the other guy?
Sure.
Sure, probably probably don't want to deal with that much longer.
They have little bundles of they have little bundles of herbs tied together with onion weed stuffed up their nostrils.
Question.
Yes.
Because Vash could eat the heads that are in the cart, could Sean cast Purify Food on them?
No.
Because we wouldn't consider them food.
Correct.
I know.
And-
But it
and
used
I
to be
have
greatly
only-
to ask.
And I have already used all my level 1 spells for healing. If people noticed, they would see.
Vex, what he's trying to do is trying to encourage you to pick up a level of cleric, so you can cast Purify Food and Drink.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
You-
unfortunately.
you cannot level dip. You are the class.
I know.
He's trying to be funny, like he is every week,
I know.
and failing like he is every week.
No, he's
Wow, rude.
He's funny.
He's kind of well. Out of the culinary relativism, I do wonder if a half orc or cleric could actually cast it on that. But you know,
No.
Who knows? If only we had ever had a half-orc cleric.
I know one that lived and then get turned into a doorbell.
He has remained. In fact, as
A level 1 spell, you had a cleric that could cast it.
But yes, it was a bit different back then because he never had to. But as sad as it was when Mark died, I think he has grown beyond what he ever could have been.
Yes.
Belly is now legendary.
So who should I cast my last healing spell on? Who's still?
You should save it.
most
You should
beat?
keep one. You can cast it when we camp.
I mean, you can
Just keep one in case we get attacked.
You can see everybody's health bars, can you not?
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if they've updated them.
I have.
I have.
Has Jaquan updated his?
Nope.
Mhm.
How about Hypatia?
I have.
Cool.
I believe
Alright.
I have.
But yeah, you
generally needs it less.
Yeah, you should save yours. I'll cast some on Hypatia and Barsh, I guess. Hypatia? Gain 2!
Still pretty good.
Oh wow, thank you. You're so helpful.
Vash, you can have 6,
Oh,
and I'm gonna
That
heal
sounds
you.
like that sounds like someone doesn't want to get healed ever again.
And then he's gonna heal himself.
That was
for-
that was Drew, not Lenza.
He spoke.
I love my healers. Thank you.
Alright, Hypatia heals more when she rests, so she'll be fine.
Also, don't run into serious trouble on the road. We'll deal.
At least one of them's kind of a jerk.
One of what?
The healers.
At least one.
At least one.
Alright. So I was thinking we could travel down this path until it starts to really narrow up and then maybe take a little bit of an I don't have the paintbrush on. Thinking we could go wee and then just cut across here. Whee! Whoa. And don't do that bit at the end.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, but we probably will. Side quest just as we get to the city.
which takes us almost all the way back
All the
to
way
where we started from.
Very important.
Is there a reason we shouldn't just? I guess it's because it's easy going on the carts. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yes, the
Yeah,
cars will
roads
struggle.
are way easier to follow.
What was that triangle? Do we remember?
Yes, that was actually you may not have been there, but Jaquan, Lenza, and Hypatia certainly were.
Early one.
That
There was a stone
there was what the people call the Broken Obelisk, which
big head.
was a big stone head on its side, and that's the first place that you met Fiard, who was wandering around looking for somebody. and you fought a zombie who chased you around.
Back in the good old days. As opposed to the good new days.
Do our hunters think that that's a good plan? Do you reckon we can do that? Pull that off?
What follow the road? Yeah, that seems pretty easy.
Well, and then cut across a bit. Do you think we can? Well,
I mean,
we'll see how the weather is.
I feel like it is probably much more worth it just to go along the entire road and up.
All right,
like,
fine. We'll do that.
The time we save cutting across probably we'll just go about the same along the road. Like it's not like we're saving a massive amount of space or anything here.
Getting the
Depends
carts
on
across,
terrain.
getting the carts across non-road is really difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when they are weighed down, their wheels will bite and catch and may get bogged. As Aaron was saying, there's a reason why there's roads. Roads are good.
All right, let's roll out then.
Transform.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say let's get cracking because that's what you do. Except we don't have whips, and also they're kind of pointless.
Okay, so you can go about 20 miles a day. And so
Mhm.
it'll take about 2.5 days to get there, give or take.
Can we
So
play
some time
the
for some shopping.
Indiana Jones travel music?
if you wish to hum it, feel free. There's bonus XP if you do.
I can't remember it.
Then you've lost out. It's a pity. It was there. It was it was offered. But
Like, dun, 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 dun. No, that's Star Wars.
no,
isn't it?
Star Wars. No, that was actually more. I think that was more Superman.
Okay.
Dun, dun. Wait, no. I was about to do Superman again.
We're doing it all night. Goddamn, what was it?
Actually,
How do you not know what?
It's been a long time.
Da-da.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, anyway, we're not making a video of this.
Why not?
You
Created a monster.
absolutely could be. All right, you will
Give the
arrive.
fans what they want.
You will arrive at Silvermont. It is starting to get mid-afternoon on the third day. As before, the gates of Silvermont are closed, and you notice that the wall, which has been fairly freshly built, is manned by what appears to be mercenaries. They are carrying heavy crossbows, and there are two down the front at the gate with halberds. They will bar your way as you are approaching, especially considering the fact that you are approaching with a wagon full of very smelly heads that they can smell from here.
Greetings. I suppose we should wish. Well, don't. We wish to speak to the garrison commander. We have some bounty to claim.
The garrison's pulled out of Silvermont.
Well, that's inconvenient, isn't it?
But you bounty, you say. Are they all goblin heads?
Oh, there's some other things as well. Look at these
Most-
giant carrion crawlers
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
These
and
other
a
undead,
Goliath.
He'll walk
these
over there,
undead things.
and he'll start prodding it with the haft of his halberd. Then gets a bit of goo on it and just tries to scrape it off. That's very impressive. Well, the garrison isn't here, but Harino Quell, not sure if you've heard of him, runs the town and the mine. He's still offering bounties for, especially if they came from Androshell. It's
They did.
fantastic. Then, 1 second, there is a law in town. If you haven't been here since the garrison has pulled out, no arms, no armor, I'm afraid. Sorry, just while you're walking around, Quell's orders. He's getting a little bit concerned about particular goings on, especially after old Castellane was knocked off. He thinks he might be next, and can't be too careful these days, this day and age. So if you want to come in, by all means, you can come in. You can get rest. You can get wine, booze, food, whatever it is you want, and but you have to check your weapons and armor with Helios.
We
Can
dealt
I
with
ask
Helios
Certain
before, haven't we?
size? Can you still carry a knife?
Oh, you can carry a dagger, yeah.
Okay.
A small blade like that's not considered to be a weapon.
Good, good.
Will I be able to see Quell? I have a report to give to him, and yes,
Um,
I've been
well,
contracted by him.
it's not up to me, but you could go see his major domo and see whether or not he can get you in. I guess.
Right. If you'd be able to point or provide a map and show me where to go, that'd be very helpful.
The town's only small. Just head on up
the town isn't that big.
Head on up the hill till you find the biggest building.
Beautiful.
But yeah,
Where do we go to collect this bounty?
Elios will be able to sort that out for you as well.
So up the hill then.
Just inside the gate is where Elios is.
Oh, okay. Right. All right. Where do we check our weapons then?
With Elios.
All right. Let's go there.
This seems very, very convenient.
Well,
One-stop shopping.
it's we don't get many visitors, so there's not much
Yeah,
of a
true.
requirement for. And he's running the job as being like, I guess, quartermaster / paymaster at the moment. So yeah,
Great.
That's okay. We were happy to see him again.
excellent. Well, if you've seen him before and know him, then I pity you. No, don't tell him I said that.
Well, let's get this trash disposed of as soon as possible. It's disgusting.
That's not a nice way to talk about Vexxi.
Sean's right there, Lenza. Sean's right there.
That is super harsh. Alright, so just inside the gate, you'll notice that there is a small stone building. It's got a number of guards or mercenary guards loitering around out the front. When I say loitering, they seem to be on duty, but a little bit cash. And they will notice you come through the gate and they start acting all very officious and stuff like that. And then a big fat man will wander out of the doors.
Nicholas, good to see you again.
He has a drumstick in one hand, and
I wonder if he even remembers us.
Probably.
He looks mean. But did you say he has a drumstick in his hand? What?
I reckon he
the
remembers
chicken
every
variety.
person he
Drumstick.
meets who's in full plate Hypatia.
he's always eating. Or every time that they've met him, he's been eating.
I don't
Yeah.
think they have ice cream drumsticks back there.
No.
He prefers,
It's like
he prefers
it-
cornettos.
yeah, it's like the for anyone who's seen the video clip for what was it? Kill Switch Engage's version of a Holy Diver.
He always,
The king.
always chewing on the turkey drumstick.
Yep.
Anyway, Elias will come out. He'll throw the half-eaten drumstick on the ground, wipe his hand across his mouth, covering his velvety-looking glove in a smear of grease.
Ugh.
You're back. I see. With I know you. He looks at Zhang. You were here not that long ago.
Yes, good to see you again.
So, what are you doing in Silvermont this time? All of you.
Well,
Oh, good. What is that wretched stench?
well, this is the thing. So we somewhat optimistically assumed that the Garrison was still here and we were going to claim some bounty, but the guard here at the guard at the gate indicated that Quell was accepting bounties, particularly if they were from Andrew's show. Is that correct?
Yes. Quell's still offering and meeting the bounty requirements. He is being very magnanimous in regards to that. So, you have a wagon full of decapitated heads. Lovely. That's going to stink up this place in no end, even more so than the acrid smell of the silver smelting. Anyway, I think I might have lost my appetite. Good thing I've already eaten. Oh, right.
You're done with the drumstick?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Can I have the rest?
Vash, come on. Have fun at least.
This is so much better than what Vash
Standard.
normally eats. This is like a huge
It's
step up.
food.
Yeah. Get at it.
Just
How often do
Extra
I
for
get a
what?
drumstick?
Not gonna lie, if there was no one around, Shiro was like, yeah, I've eaten worse.
Sure.
We have the option of eating like proper food, like in literally probably like less than half an hour.
But I want it now.
Okay, but like the last day traveling, Shiro ran out of rations, so had to eat rations that were on the cart. That's right, they were on the cart.
Oh god.
But yes, Elias just looks at you, looks at the drumstick. I have no need for that, so if you feel the need to have it, by all means. So, how many heads do you have there? Ugh. Ugh.
Okay,
Giving me a bit of the reflux. Ugh.
so there's 127 goblin heads. 3 of these massive, vicious dog mounts that they rode into battle.
Anyway, yep.
Yep, a Goliath that they had fighting before them. 10 of these, we're calling them Doom Warriors. They were like halberdiers,
stuff.
effectively.
Oh, they're great swordsmen. But yeah. Swords,
Yeah, sure.
undead, something.
I'm just saying that they were big, beefy people.
Yeah,
but
sure.
How many goblins did we have?
127. There were more, but we couldn't get them on the cart.
Yeah.
Anyway, 4 carrion worm heads, and those are all the heads that we could fit on the cart. Other heads were left.
I see why we're here, because Shuro was crying at all of the heads we left lying behind.
Ugh.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, he was.
He'll go back
And also-
inside and he'll start clicking things on his abacus. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you 800 gold for all of them if you bury them yourselves or destroy them somehow.
All right.
I don't think I'm going to be able to eat my dinner now. That's disgusting. Ugh.
If you make it 900, we'll do it tonight.
I like the negotiations.
Well, it seems to be unfortunate that I don't know how much more money I can make before I have to go and see the midwife to get some remedy for upset stomach. That's I might have to spend all the money that I could give you.
Oh.
I'll give you 820. Be done with it. Get rid of them.
Sure. Deal.
Oh my god. Excuse me. And
All right.
he will turn around and you'll hear him start to dry retch a little bit.
Let's take this wagon out of town, dump those heads, and burn them.
Yep.
Alright.
Elios, before you go, is Quell nearby? I have a report to give him.
Oh, you'll have to
You
talk
do
to
that while we burn the heads.
You'll have to go up the hill and my god. I'm sorry. You know, I've been around mercenaries for my whole life and I've worked as a mercenary for quite a chunk of it, but that was something else. Did you let them ferment or something?
Pretty
Was
much.
really the plan?
Seriously, that was horrific. But Quell, yes, I think he is still up in his mansion. He is getting prepared though for a journey shortly. You'll have to talk to his major domo and see whether or not she can fit you in.
Very well.
I will get a. Do you prefer a coin or do you want a letter of credit for the heads?
Coin's probably easier.
Very
Yeah,
well.
we're going to have to split it up anyway.
I'll see what I can arrange for you. All right, I will have that when you return.
Mhm.
All right.
720 gold.
820 gold.
820.
Hey.
Wait,
So-
can you give us a letter now?
Sorry, 820. The fumes from the rancid mess. It's addling my mind.
Well,
Yeah.
let's fix that problem for you, and we shall happily receive our 820 after the job's done.
820. I'll get it. I'll have it here for you. Sorry, it was just a mistake on my behalf. And look, it's on the abacus anyway. I'm sorry. That's truly horrific. And you do know the law that Quell has instigated, that if you come back into the town, you must check your weapons here.
Yes.
Yep, we've been made aware.
Well, I think...
And
It's
if you
just-
have a look,
Let's
this
just
is
get rid of these.
definitely a weapon.
What was that, sorry?
Good. This is definitely a weapon. You can check that it's a weapon. and I'll see you later.
Okay. And with that, he goes to behind his desk, pulls out a carafe of what appears to be some rich red liquid, pours himself a goblet, and then drains it in one go. Oh, that was much better. Settles the stomach. Ooh.
Do you have another cup?
This is the finest red wine in the valley.
I know. That's why I'm willing to drink it, although it's wine.
Anyway, I know some of you from somewhere else, don't I? You. He points
You
to
probably
Sean.
see us around the valley.
It's you. He points to Sean. I remember you. You're on that ill-fated boat trip.
Mm-hmm. I was. It was a very merry adventure.
You know that serpent is still in the water.
Mm.
I believe there is a bounty on its head. If you're in the business of bounties, I believe they've upped the price of it to 500 gold. Food for thought.
It's not bad.
It certainly is.
Anyway, return and I'll have your coins. 820 of them.
Alright. Well, we've been digging old graves all the...
No, we're just going to burn them.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, digging a grave is probably in as much effort as burning them.
But we'll dig a pit, put them in, burn them, cover them.
Are we out of town now?
Yes.
I mean, should we keep a couple of them in case he doesn't pay us the full amount? We can just slip them around under his white bed.
No.
I mean, if you want to put them in your pack in the meantime.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to make an enemy of us. It's fine. Let's just bury the heads.
And move on.
There's 2 clerics in the party. Seems like a terrible choice.
You can do so, and you can return to Silvermont as dusk is beginning to fall. They are different guards on the wall, but they are aware that you are returning. They will open the gate for you as you can move in. Then, as you do so, they will close and bar the gate with a very ominous finality to it. Clang.
Alright, back to the paymaster's hut.
Elios is there. He's eating some bread with butter.
I trust you're feeling better?
What? Oh yes, much. You know exactly what I needed? I needed to settle the stomach with some food, get it pressing down.
Yes.
So
Makes sense to me.
Here is your money. You are free to count it if you want. 820 coins of gold.
But we're going to have to divide it amongst each other, so no reason not to count it.
And in the meanwhile, I will take checking for your arms and armor.
Yep.
You are entitled to carry a staff or a knife, or both if you really want. But anything larger or more obviously a weapon, then yes, you will be facing the wrath of whatever goes for law around here. I don't really know, actually. But anyway, yes.
We can do that for you.
Here you go.
While we're here.
Look, if you want to deal with Quelling, you've got to follow his laws. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
stack the stuff up. Have you got a receipt for us?
He works for Quell too.
We definitely want a receipt.
Yes. I'll make that out. He'll start scratching some stuff on a ledger. He'll tear the page out and he'll hand it off after he itemizes all your gear. Are any of you trying to obfuscate upon your person weapons or armor or both?
No. Nope.
No.
I'm keeping my under gambeson on because I've got it's basically that on long johns. Other than that, he said I could bring a knife, so I've got a knife.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll keep my trinket knife as well.
Would they consider my armor? I mean, I assume yes, but
They know enough about elven armor to identify it as armor.
identified. Yeah, cool. Then fine. Yeah, no, I'll hand over my armor and my longbow.
Cool.
Yep. I'm just keeping my stiletto.
Is it alright if I take the dirk off the cart for now for a bit?
Absolutely. I've got plenty of small weapons if you need a small weapon.
Aren't all
I'm
your
a jerk.
weapons small
No.
weapons?
Yes,
I just
that's
a beer right back.
correct. All my weapons are small weapons.
That is the joke.
Not how big they are, though.
Mhm. Especially your backstabbing.
Hey! Shouldn't backstab?
Well, I'm not saying that sure isn't I mean, using I'm saying sneaking up on on an enemy and sneakily slipping a knife in between their ribs, that kind of thing. Some
Anywho,
of these people are more predisposed than others.
Anyway, so you have given up your arms and armor to Ilios, who will
Mhm.
finish eating his bread and go, I better have a lie down before supper.
Wouldn't want to hurt yourself.
And Silvermont is, well, not really yours, but you have the run of the town. Those of you who have been here before know that there are a number of tap houses. There are very few actual places where you can rest, however. The miners tend to have their own barracks. They don't get a lot of visitors. So, yes. It is night now by the time you have doffed your armors and handed them over along with all your weapons and taken receipt. It is dark, the moon is out, clouded sky obfuscates part of it. There is not much light in the town. There's a few of the buildings have lights on, though there does seem to be a fair bit of light streaming from the very large mansion at the top of the hill.
We've stayed here before. Where did we stay?
I believe you stayed at the Goblet and Stone.
And sorry, was that the one that had been offered to us?
No, you were offered the Golden Grape, which was a tap house.
Yeah, that's right.
Or should we head there and see if we can get accommodations?
As well.
Guys, so I was thinking that we would divide the money by 8. Everybody gets a share, and the party gets a share. That's for
Sure.
things like upkeeping Thadir and Jaw, the wagon, blah blah blah, whatever.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, alternately, we could give the 8th to the tithe it to the gods. I mean, I don't want to show off you clerics, but, that's a thing we could do.
It almost
Nah.
seems, mandated, doesn't it? An 8.
It does.
Well, you should donate it to the church, and since I'm a representative of the church,
Anyhow, everybody gets
Amazing.
102 gold and 5 silver.
Sweet.
Nice.
I assume Lancer can no longer move.
Not with the not with the new rules.
could we have not got that in platinum pieces?
What type of coin did he give it to us in?
Gold.
Gold.
Yeah, and no, we couldn't.
No one asked for it in platinum, and he said he was going to give it to you in gold, and he gave it to you in gold, and now he's lying down.
Yep. I can drag yours around if you're willing to trust me, Lancer.
Funny.
He just needs a weapon belt tomorrow. It'll be fine.
I mean, this is Lancer. Lancer should probably have a money dog or something to carry it around for him.
Her.
Her, sorry. Something much stronger than she is, like a chihuahua?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you head to the Goblet and Stone, it is a fairly ramshackle, run-down, 2-story building that seems to have once been painted white, but is now covered in this kind of greyish kind of, I guess you'd say, dust. It looks like it's never been washed. Now, there's a bit of a sparkle in the air, but there's also a kind of a grimy, greasy undercurrent. The lights inside are dim but welcoming, and you can hear very faint music playing inside.
Right.
Let's want to run it on in, I guess.
Okay, you notice that this place doesn't have a stable. In fact, one of the things you have noticed that there seems to be no stables anywhere. Inside, there is a small, heavy-set woman. At first, you are unsure if she is a dwarf or human, but then you realize that she is just a very short and heavy-set human. Very, very heavy-set. She might be 4'8". She looks you up and down. Oh, don't get trapped up here, orphan. What can I do for you?
We were wondering if we could get a room or two for the night.
Oh, room. Oh.
What is it to sleep by the hearth in the commons?
I'll tell you, you can have that for a silver each.
Ouch.
Alright. And how do you sell hay for mounts?
Oh, there's some out the back, I think, that they use to the miners use to scrub themselves down with occasionally. But there's also some feed somewhere out there, I think, if you've got some animals. I'll give you. You can have access to that for a silver as well.
It's reasonable.
Do you want any drinks, food?
We probably will want fare for the night.
I have hard bread and carrot soup. Carrots from the mountains, delicious, very sweet.
Does sound delicious.
I will get you. And then
do you have any mutton or anything that can also go in the pot?
And then mutton up here? No. And then she locks eyes on Latoad. Lord's in heaven almighty, what is that thing?
This is my fellow.
That's not on. Did nobody else comment on Latoad?
Most of them were kind of ignoring him.
We haven't got the trench coat yet, dang it.
He also seems to be pretty good at keeping out of eyesight, but when you were with the others, there was a whole pile of heads for most part. So
you reckon the heads provided a distraction, eh?
They definitely did that. But now she's like wild-eyed, etc., and she all of a sudden starts yelling out, "Goblin! Goblin! There's a goblin inside!" She turns and rushes off.
It is not a goblin.
It doesn't have ears.
Latoad looks around.
Sorry.
Latoad looks around, licks his eyes. Well, that could have gone better.
It could have. It totally could have.
Most distressing. I should go and talk to the lady.
But not alone, probably.
Oh, no, trust me.
Fair, it could have gone worse. She could have tried to put you in a cook pot.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Frog stew.
Oh, actually, now you mention it, that would be dastardly. But no, I think I'm the one who caused this unfortunate incident, so I should be the one to rectify it. If you don't mind, I'll go and deal with the fine lady. And he swishes his hat and broadens out his shoulders and saunters off. Very, very confident.
Furio says he's been in jail for a long time and he's seen his first woman. I worry.
Yep, it's true.
I think the woman's just going to keep screaming.
Yeah, she's
Someone
screaming.
should go with him.
There are a few other patrons in this common area as well, and they looked up and they were a bit taken back. And at first they were a bit unsure of what's happening. Then they see Latoad stomping off after the lady, and a few of them kind of get their back up. These are not mercenaries, they're miners, they don't have any weapons, and there is a goblin among you all.
Not a goblin. Kruber, help him out, convince the lady, and maybe if you rescue her, she'll keep that ale flowing.
As you were talking about this, Latoad walks out through the back doors. Madame, I'm sorry to have caused you such dong. You hear a thud, and then Latoad reels out, holding his head. Oh my god. Oh. She brained me with a skillet.
I will go after her and get ready to grab the skillet in my hand as I walk in.
Okay, you can do so. She is going to take another swing as soon as anyone enters in.
Yep.
You roll a dexterity check for me. You can even use a new macro.
Ooh, where is my character token? Over here. Where are the new macros? Thank you.
So your stats and skills, you can go ability check after you click on your token.
Yep.
Let's see if it works. You fail. She scones you as well. You take a point of damage. Dong. She's not particularly well versed at swinging it, though she is pretty meaty and has a bit of mass behind her. But whereas she should be hitting with the edge, she's hitting with the flat. So the
Damn it, woman! I'm not a keg. Now, if I can actually broach something with you, that's not a goblin. He's a frog. Get it together.
a frog.
He's not a frog. He's a toad. As far as she's concerned. We discovered him and saved him during our adventuring. He's proved quite handy, and he's an extra person you can charge.
He's not going to eat me, is he?
Are you going to eat him?
Heavens, no.
Then I don't think he's going to eat you.
Oh.
Any eating would be mutually
Make a
organised.
Make a reaction check for me. So 2d6, add your reaction modifier.
That is going to be low.
Ooh. So minus
Hey, that's
something?
not bad.
Yeah.
No, it's plus if it's bad.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's off charisma, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, my charisma is 8, so plus.
So +1. So
Yep.
so it makes it an 8. So she looks altogether unconvinced.
Which is the God's own number.
It is, but meta aside, she seems still altogether unconvinced by your arguments, and she raises her skillet again in defensive posture.
I'm going to carefully move my hand into my long johns and pull out 5 more silver for her and put them on the table.
She looks at the
You
silver
need some ale and keep it flowing.
and looks at you.
Ale for me.
Make another reaction check for me, please. You can get a -2 to the roll.
Ooh, much better. Yeah.
She will, still holding the skillet high above her, which, considering her height is not all that high, will reach out.
I was honestly concerned where she was going to hit me with it.
Will reach out her left hand and slowly scoop the coins up, look at them surreptitiously, stuff them into a pocket, lower the skillet. Frog, you say? Oh. Why didn't anyone tell me? I thought he was a goblin. Oh, God.
Trust me,
I hope
he's much more eloquent than pretty much anyone in the party, and even they are more eloquent than goblins.
Oh, I hope he's okay. Are you okay? I didn't hit you too hard, did I? Scramble your brains a bit? I do good scrambled brains.
It takes more than that to scramble my brains, but hey, if you're knocking some up,
brains.
Not talking to you, I don't think.
put them on.
Anyway, you can diffuse the situation with the extra coins, and yes, once that seems to be settled down, the rest of the patrons will also settle down, and the 2 armed mercenaries who are just starting to come through the door at the commotion will look around, see you all, and go, adventurers causing trouble already. And then they'll turn and walk out when it seems that there is no problem anymore.
When I get back to the group, can I let them know that I managed to sort everything? For there is an old adage that I remembered at this time, which is money talks. Goblins skitter, chitter, and come back with hundreds of friends.
Well, I guess we'll
roll
find.
off the tongue.
Well, we'll find out about that one a bit later, won't we?
Thank you for your great wisdom.
But anyway, you can settle down and you can
That
rest.
means a lot.
You can
So
settle
just-
down, rest, and have some carrot soup and bread.
Just a side note, I'm assuming we're all fully healed after that 3 days of travelling and resting.
Yes, probably. Especially
I
if
don't
you've...
believe I get to.
No, not you. Not
Not
you.
me.
We could heal you.
Well, I would be casting heal on him. Can we heal him magically?
Please.
Yes, you can.
No. I mean, sorry, not of the lingering injury.
For the hit points.
That's what I mean. So we can heal his hit points. So
Yes.
how many hit points is he down?
3.
Yeah, we would have healed that 3 over the travel. So
Absolutely.
okay, cool.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, you can rest for the night if you wish. You can stay in the common room by the hearth for the silver each. Your animals can be tended to, or you can tend to them with the hay out the back. It's not particularly good, but you can scrounge through it enough to find some feed that is worthwhile to give them. You will hear.
By the way,
sorry.
that's gonna come. Sorry, that silver will come out of the party share.
Sure.
So
You will
that's
hear
cool.
that there are stables in town, but they are up with the miners, and there's also some that the mercenaries have access to, but there's none for general travel.
Hey Vash,
Yup.
would you be more comfortable sleeping outside, keeping an eye on the horses?
Oh, happy to do that. Doesn't matter.
If you
to
want
me.
anyone to back you up, I've slept rough before. I'll do it again.
I don't mind. It's been a while since you had good rest, right? I'm
Oh,
fine by myself.
No. Sean talked to me a bit while we were coming.
Okay. Then if you're
I
happy
find
to
when Sean starts
spend the
talking,
night with me, then
I
sure.
often get good sleep.
Wow, rude.
Is this your new catchphrase, Oz? You've gone from amazing and oh for fuck's sake to wow, rude. You said it like 3 or 4 times tonight already.
And
I know. It's good that he's diversifying.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
do you know what I think every time you point it out, Grail?
Well, that's only the first time I pointed it out. So yes. What?
But do you know what I think?
What?
Wow.
Rude.
Rude.
I'm surprised you think.
Nah. Wow, rude.
Yep.
Okay, so in the morning we go shopping. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the night will pass.
Shopping.
The night will pass without event. No one seems to care about you. No one's certainly going to bother you, especially after word gets around that you came into the town with a cart full, stacked
Wagon
high
head.
with decapitated and rotting heads. You even made
What?
Helios almost miss a meal. One of his 6 for the day.
It's a miracle.
So yes, you
That is-
can go shopping. They do not have a lot in the way of shopping here in town, but you are able to buy general travelling and adventuring accoutrements for the price. If you want anything fancy, then you will have to ask me about it. If you want to get things like backpacks and weapon belts, etc., then they will all cost the same as a backpack. A weapon belt costs the same as a backpack, etc. Satchel will
Is
cost the
there-
same as a backpack.
Is there a doctor who can just fix my minor injury?
There's the midwife. You can
There's-
call the midwife.
There's
Oh,
a midwife in
no.
town.
It
Don't.
takes ages.
Oh. So I
Yeah.
just gotta sleep it off.
Well, when we go back to town next time and all level, you will spend some of your downtime recuperating.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Where
That's
is your
how you get
injury? Did you get rid of your injury? You did. Alright, let me just quickly go. I think you put it down on the battle map at one stage and we didn't call it back up. Just bear with me. I'll pull up the
While
lingering
he's doing that,
injuries.
Henry, that meme is for you.
Oh no, you still got it there. I can see it. Oh yep. Yeah, it's only a minor injury, so minor injuries are a little bit easier to heal. So, just so you know, the minor injury recovering from it takes a minimum of 2 weeks of dedicated full rest. So that's lying down in a comfortable bed, in comfortable conditions, etc.
And it's got to be consecutive, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. After the duration of resting, you can make a saving throw versus petrification or paralysis. If you fail, that indicates there's been a complication and it has not healed, and you require further rest of the same nature. So for you, another 2 weeks of undisturbed rest. After that second period of time, minor injuries will heal automatically. So it will be 2 or 4 weeks for you. If it was a major injury, if you fail the second saving throw, it becomes a permanent injury. So major injuries are debilitating and bad.
Okay.
But you only had a minor one.
Yeah.
It's inconvenient. So that is the go. You are able to go and, as I said, purchase those things as you so require. So feel free to spend up if you need.
They're 2 GP.
Mm-hmm.
Just so people know.
What is?
Weapon belt,
backpacks.
backpack,
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah, cool.
Satchels.
satchels. Yep.
So the belt pouch will be considered to be the large belt pouch, so that's 18 silvers. And the coin purse, if you want to get a coin purse, will be considered to be the small belt pouch, so 1 electrum piece, which is actually 5 silvers.
Why? Don't deal in electrum ever.
I don't know.
More electrum.
I don't know why anyone ever used. I don't recall the last time I really used electrum. Anyway.
My favorite moment is that there's a bit in here. Boots high soft leather, 3 electrum. Below them, boots soft, low soft leather, 15 silver pieces. Good job, guys. Good job.
But for the high soft leather, they only accept the electrum.
The electrum, right? It's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're in a higher town. God.
So yes, you can purchase those items as they are listed there for those costs. So as I said, backpack, satchel, weapon belt will all cost you the same as a backpack, which was 2 gold pieces. I believe a quiver is already listed in there.
Yep. That's 5 gold pieces for a quiver and arrows.
So yeah.
I am assuming that Lenza would already have. Lenza probably has already bought quivers because.
Well, you said you were carrying 2.
Yeah,
so...
exactly. I have been carrying 2 already. So
Yep, that's fine. So if you, I was mainly talking about quivers from Varsha's perspective
Javelins,
because
yes.
she apparently has her javelins up her rear.
Would a javelin
Yeah.
quiver cost more?
No, they're just slightly larger, but not by a lot.
We do have one on the cart, but I'll buy an extra one anyway.
So you have 2. If you're taking it off the cart, just tell me, and I will remove it.
I think I'll leave it there because they can only hold like 3. I already have 5. There's already 3 in that quiver, so I can't carry that much.
Well, you have 2 quivers.
You can take the quiver
That's what
and
I'm
leave the javelins.
Or get a second quiver and buy another javelin and have 6.
6 javelins, exactly, in 2 quivers.
Oh, but there's already 3 javelins on the cart as well, apparently.
Yeah.
So lead the.
You can leave a
5.
javelin if you need to.
I have 8.
I have 1 spare javelin that I'm not going to use probably, so if you would like that.
Oh, yes, please.
Very
so
well.
You want 9 javelins and 3 quivers.
You can only carry 2
You only have
quivers.
2. Yeah.
Well, she can have an extra quiver on the cart or something.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, that's my plan. Have an extra one there in case
Yeah.
I trip over and falls off a cliff. I don't know.
Sure. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you can do all that. Not a problem.
So a pouch is good enough for a sling?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Because if you have a look at the encumbrance, if I have a look at ratings, the ammunition for sling, 20 sling ammo is 0.5, and a pouch can carry up to 1.
Okay.
You could even carry 40 sling ammo in there if you wish.
I was going to ask the any bombs and like stuff that we get. How much or how heavy are they? Are they?
They are.
Sorry, you
they
could
are-
have 40 in it?
A bomb is a small but bulky and heavy item, so 0.5.
0.5. Yeah, that's what I figured. But I just want to double check it wasn't like 1.
If it was 1, Lenza wouldn't have been able to throw it very far, and it would have detonated on everybody. Oh wait.
Oh wait.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, cool. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Get those 2.
Would it be weird to have 2 weapon belts?
No, that's what I'm
No.
doing.
No, me too.
Oh hell yeah!
That's Dan Brown.
I mean, it's essentially like you have a backpack, then you have either 2 weapon belts or 2 quivers, right?
Hmm.
I mean,
Well,
obviously you have
Only
to.
if you don't want a backpack. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
No,
don't have
um,
a backpack. I travel light.
You should probably take something.
She's
Yeah.
taking all the rest of the party.
The backpack empty weighs 8 kilo. Worth it.
Like if
Yeah,
I
you
get a
just drop it.
backpack, I'm chucking it onto the cart.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. If you don't need it in combat, leave it behind.
But not everyone can live off their enemies.
Indeed.
True.
We can grab some more rations here too, I assume.
Yes, you can grab
Excellent. Cool.
rations. As I mentioned, anything which is not going to be
Good.
unusual, you can get.
You can grab. Okay, awesome, cool. Okay, so
Right.
in that case,
Great Helm still half an encumbrance.
Yes,
Okay.
it has other penalties associated with it.
My full plate is +3.
Alright, so whilst people are sorting out their encumbrance and jiggery pokering it, what is the plan? It is probably after you do your quick shop in the morning. It's not a big town, there's not many places to go, so we'll say it's probably only an hour after you've woken that you've managed to sort all that out. The day is yours. Silvermont lays before you, covered in a haze. It's fairly choking and blinding and horrible.
Well,
Silver
you
Town
need
after
to
all.
talk to Quell.
Yes, I will
Hmm.
drop. I will go to the big house on the hill and drop my report off.
Who did we lose?
I'm still here.
Someone dropped out of Roll20. And it was Hypatia.
Oh, what did I do? I must press back. No, server interrupted and am I back now?
Yes.
Cool.
Cool. That's all right. So yes, if you want to see Quell, as mentioned before, up the top of the hill, his large mansion, you can talk to his major domo, who can hopefully slot you in. But he is a busy man. He is a mining magnate after all.
Yeah. Well, if not, I have the written report, so I'll just hand that to the. What do you say was the
Major Domo.
Major domo.
Major Domo? Yeah.
It is a title for someone who looks after the affairs of a nobleman.
Ah. Okay.
It's think Bib Fortuna for Job of the Hutt.
Ah. Okay.
But not necessarily as, stupid or ugly.
Obsequious.
Yeah.
It's just basically like a PA.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I'll drop that off and go back to shopping.
So you're just going to go up there and drop it off, are you? You're not going to talk to anyone?
I suppose I'll ask the Major Domo if Quill has time
Is
either today.
anyone going with Zhang?
Yeah, sure. Sure it will. I mean, I had plans, but whatever.
Hypatia?
This makes more sense.
You can't insult him if you're not there.
I know. I know.
That might be a good reason not to go. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm happy to lay low. Like I'm sure he has enough eyes in his town to figure out that we've been hanging around Zheng anyways. But I'm not particularly inclined. I have nothing to say. I have nothing nice to say to him, so I won't.
Okay, so Shura's going. Lenza, are you going?
No, of course not.
Jaquan.
No, I'm fine.
Hypatia's not. Sean.
Sure, I'll go up there with him. He probably needs someone to watch his back. Or just
Vash.
Nope, I'm still shopping.
All right, you guys can go up and you can speak to the Major Domo, who will actually see you as you
Put on
climb
my fine clothes.
the hill. There are a bunch of mercenary guards out the front. These are all particularly on point and paying attention to you as you walk up. They have their hands resting on the pommels of swords at their side. They don't draw them, but they do keep them ready, and all eyes are upon you. As you get up the top, the door opens, and a stunningly attractive young lady will exit the house. Did you guys see
Abigail?
that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. She will come out. Hello? What can I do for you?
Hello. I'm here to see the Major Domo. I have.
That would be me. I take care of my father's affairs. When I'm not on the road traveling.
Is your father in town? I have a report for him. I was previously contracted to do some research in the ruins of Androshell. And
You're that scholar from the north, aren't you?
yes,
yes.
monk of knowledge at your service.
How are you? And she'll cast her eyes over the rest of you.
What'd she think of Latoad?
She barely bats an eyelid, which is funny because he licks his.
Oh, I see. You've noticed these are my companions. I've met them on my travels, and we are here together to rest and recover from our adventures.
I think I've met one of you before. The priest. I think I've seen you on the road before. Maybe.
Talking to you, Sean.
yeah, I know I'm on mute
Oh,
because I'm chewing chips.
But anyway, that may have been a lifetime ago. Who knows? I see a lot of people on the road. I do a lot of traveling. My mother lives in Riverbend. So you want to see my father and give him your report? I'm sure he'll be very interested. He has a great deal of fondness for Androshell and hopes to reclaim it for the betterment of the valley. If you have a report, is it written or is it oral?
It is written.
If you want, you can give it to me and I can deliver it to him. Is there anything that you wish to say? I mean, he is very busy at the moment. He's preparing for a trip later on. He will be leaving before sundown.
Oh, where is he going?
Well, that would be his business, I'm afraid.
fair enough.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, everything that I have to say is in the report. There is very little to add, other than to be careful of the ruins.
He knows very well to be careful of the ruins. As Abigail is talking to you, you hear a commotion behind. The door bursts open. And Reno steps out. The monk. You're back. Abigail, just let them in. He's fine fellows. And whatever the hell that is.
That is Latoad.
Fine fellow.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Latoad. Please come on in. Yes, I think we'll have some very in-depth discussions. Where are the rest of your companions? I've heard that there was a whole troop of you that came in last night. Bring them up.
They're recuperating and shopping.
Bring them up.
Yes, they are a little busy.
I insist. I insist. Especially that large lass. I like her.
Well,
I'll tell you
perhaps we can.
I'll tell you what. I have some things to attend to. Abigail, you need to make arrangements. He'll tap his nose as he does so for my trip. But make sure that we have tea. We'll have tea. And he points to you all. We'll have tea this afternoon before I leave. I leave an hour before dusk. So, yes, we'll have tea about 2 hours before dusk. Cake, tea, whatever your poison is. I don't mean actual poison. And we'll sit down, we'll discuss your recent journey to Androshell and your attempt to cleanse out that horrific place of the malignant evil within. Absolutely. I look forward to having a long and forthcoming discussion with you all. And as I said, I absolutely insist because, the safety of the valley is paramount here. He'll kind of nod his head as he says it. He kind of wobbles around a bit like a bobblehead. He has a bit of a smirk on his face, and yes. Anyway, I have things to do. 2 hours before dusk, here, tea, cake, fantastic. Abigail, come, we've got stuff to sort out. And then he'll turn around and with a saunter, he'll close the door in Abigail's face. And she'll just open the door and walk through. I guess then I'll see you again shortly. She'll close the door behind her as she walks off.
Cool. So we're leaving town now, yeah?
Oh, because he might hire more mercenaries for us to try and clear the ruins. Right? Well, we'll go meet up with these guys and discuss what we're going to do. But also, he's not going to let us leave town, so let's not even try. That'd just be insulting
Guess we'll
and sad
head
for
back
us.
down.
How many I guess mercenaries
guards
I guess, have we seen? Yeah, guards, mercenaries.
There is a small force here that you'd probably estimate to be about 50 all told.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That we've seen. He's got a mine nearby as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
I
that's
assume,
where the money is.
I assume. Yeah, I guess you could mine a guards person up there. That would make sense.
Mm,
Oh, definitely. A silver mine? Yeah.
yeah.
Perino Quell is the single wealthiest man in all of the valley. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can get the massive sword and halberd head and spearhead melted down.
Well, let's sit.
Possible this
Actually,
golden scrap.
Not here, you won't.
Ah,
also, we haven't declared that we had tried to detect magic on them yet. I mean, I have pretty low expectations, but let's make sure.
okay, fine.
I'll tell you what, you can have done that en route if someone wanted to learn to take magic. I don't care.
Yes.
None of them
Sure.
are magic.
Okay.
Cool. And nothing we have is magic, I guess, except for the magic things that we already know about.
Correct.
Huzzah.
The end. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. Sweet.
Dang, the donkeys haven't become magical. Oh well.
Mm.
Or they're so magical you can't detect them.
Or maybe they're just fused with those. Maybe they're just fused with those. All those iron spikes. Now they've just got DR now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, some iron spikes would be a good thing to buy. We could spike those doors if we have to rest in the thing.
Yeah, that's actually legit.
You'll be able to buy some iron spikes, but they only have 12 here.
Alright, how much is 12 iron spikes again?
Not that
Let
much.
me just look that
I
up.
think they sell them in bunches of 6, which is why Craig bought 48.
Iron spikes 12.
Oh,
So
someone
they
spiked
have
12.
How much are they?
one gold for the 12.
There you go.
Perfect. I will
Yep.
buy them
Do you have,
from
some,
the party
do you
treasury.
have a hammer?
We do, we've got 2.
Yeah, I've got one.
Not
Probably
a,
on the cart.
not a warhammer, an actual hammer.
No, we've got
Um,
sledgehammers on the cart too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so are you or are you not visiting Quell for tea and cake and discussions? Anyone not wanting to go? I mean, Linda seems to be of a mind to skip out. Anyone else want to do that? And in the interim, does anyone wish to do anything?
Look, I'm not keen to, but I don't want to offend Quell.
Question, just before we do that, I assume I can't get. I assume thieves' tools are only found in specialized places. Yeah.
Correct. Do you not have some?
Yeah. No, I do not have some. I probably should get some at some point.
Yes. The good thing is, you know that there are thieves in Silvermont. The very first job that Quell wanted you to do was to find one.
Yep.
Mm. Well, yes, I too have misgivings, but again, it's his town. His town, and and he kind of has our gear. So for now, we'll have to play along. And he's probably I'd say at the moment we're more useful to him alive.
Seems reasonable.
Vash, are you intending to go?
Yeah, I'll see these new people.
Sure.
Why not?
So I think that means everybody is heading up there.
Yep.
So if you weren't doing anything else, we can say that the time will pass. You find it pretty boring actually in Silvermonth because there's not much else to do. Your shopping expedition was rather quick. They don't have rows and rows of things with which you can browse. So yeah,
Won't smell my ore, bastards.
no, they
Do
will
they
not smell
have
anything.
Do they have like an alchemist or someone who can check a potion?
No, you don't need an alchemist for that. Alchemists
Oh.
turn base metals into other things or create fancy stuff like bombs.
It's true.
What you need is some kind of apothecary. And if it's a magical potion, you need someone who knows magic. Or you can just drink it and see what happens.
Oh, I might leave that for another night then.
That is how you identify potions. You can sip the potion, just take a little sip and pray to God that it's not something like poison.
Well, this one claims to be invisibility, so if I do become invisible and Quell can't find me, it's gonna be.
When you sip from a potion, it does not destroy the potion, does not consume it. It just gives you a little bit of an inkling as to what it may be.
Right.
So you get some kind of thing. If, for example, if it was levitation, you might feel yourself feeling a bit lighter. If it was invisibility, you might see that your skin becomes slightly translucent. If it was healing, that little hangnail you've got might clear up a bit. If it was poison, you might drop dead.
Don't
Well,
drink
this
poison.
this
Heads
was a
up.
potion given by Quell, so I'm just to be careful. I'll just put it back in the bag.
Okay.
Keep it for another day.
I thought the skull and crossbones on it meant that it healed your bones.
He probably didn't want to kill you before you returned.
Yeah.
All right, are you going to go see Quell?
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
cool. So let me put Abigail in everybody's journal then, instead of just those three that went up there. All players. Say show to players. Show to players. Okay.
Ah, we have met her before,
Yes.
Yeah.
and we refused to help her.
I thought so.
Remind me, what was that about?
We were on the way to down south towards the river bend, I think.
We were. I think we were doing some stuff in Kirkle Ridge.
Yes, and you saw her on the road between Summerton and Riverbend. She was somewhere about here when you saw her, just before Kirkle Ridge.
And
There was-
I think she tried to get us to guard her on her trip.
But anyway,
I think she said she was going to Shilshanek, if I recall correctly.
it's possible, but she was on the road to Riverbend.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
so
she
yes.
obviously didn't need our help.
Or she turned around. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yes, Quell has with him in the tea room, which is a quite large, expansive room, has a large, very plush, fancy fireplace roaring in the background. The smell of maybe mahogany or some other kind of rich, deep wood fills the room as it burns and pops and crackles. Quite nice. But he has 6 very heavily armed guards just standing right behind him. And they have hands on pommels, and they are looking at you with decidedly unsavory glances. Quell is just sitting down on a very, very comfortable looking couch. To his right is his daughter Abigail, and you can plop yourselves down on some seats which are a bit lower down than his. not nearly as comfortable looking.
Linda will stand.
No,
I'll
no,
also stand.
no, I insist. Please sit down. Because I know that you're on the road a lot and you don't get to be comfortable. Please sit. Make use of my hospitality. It's not often I have many visitors in here and get to share tea and cake. It's very nice cake, by the way. I believe. Yes. Anyway, I do insist, please. And
Yeah, Shiro's just going to thank the 8 for what we're about to receive, and we'll cast Find Traps, and then take a seat.
Is that obvious?
Yeah.
Surely.
He casts a prayer.
Yep.
What?
Is it, okay. How obvious is the difference between making a prayer and casting a spell? Like,
for those who know what to look for, pretty obvious. Quill cocks an eyebrow.
And then he sits down. It doesn't have any outward appearance. It doesn't seem to do anything.
He doesn't go, "Oh, great mighty 8, find all the traps in this room that this perfidious bastard
yeah.
has placed here."
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering how obvious it was.
No.
Yes.
He speaks in a language that you can't really understand when he casts a spell.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. The blessed.
But Quill does cock an eyebrow. He seems to have a little bit of a smirk upon his face as he waits for you to sit down. Are you still standing, Lenza and Vash?
I will actually take a seat on the edge, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right
sure.
on the edge of the seat.
Sure,
We gave you a whole
I will-
one,
I
but
will
you'll just
sit
use
down.
the edge.
When you said you take a
Fine.
seat, I was expecting you to pick it up and bolt out the door. It's mine now. You said I could have it.
Indian giver.
So Quill will say, I read your report, young monk. Very, very good. So you've done sterling work, and I hear that you've met with Helios at the front gate, and he remunerated you quite well. You know, I've been wanting to clear out the ruins of Androshel for some time. You know, that used to be in the hands of my forebears. A long time ago. Oh, yes, very much so. A long time ago. And I take it as a personal slight that it is still such a blight upon the valley and such a place of malignant evil. So whenever anyone can go in there and do any good, I feel it's only right, and I take it as a mark of honor that I need to give something back to those. So, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you, as a group, a letter of credit that is welcome anywhere in the valley for 1,000 gold, because the work that you did there is immeasurably good. And I spoke to Barris just a couple of days ago. He returned here, and I had to have a chat to him about what was going on there, and he mentioned your work there. Marvelous. So yes, I feel that I'm only duty bound to offer you this, and I would be insulted if you do not accept.
It's very kind of you.
He raises his eyebrows as he looks at Hypatia.
Well,
I'll just look around and count those nods.
it would be hardly remiss of us to not accept it. Really, if you still feel so strong, if you still feel so strongly about giving back to the valley.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I understand that there is this unfortunate misunderstanding that a lot of people have about me. I'm this wealthy mining magnate. I run the silver mine, and I've had this running, I wouldn't call it a battle, but competition with old Bones Castellane for some time. But he's passing. He was a friend, a long-time friend of mine, and the valley will miss his leadership considerably. And so I'm not the drudgery old tyrant that people make me out to be. I might have my peculiarities, but they're my peculiarities, and I like to see what I can do and give back where I can. So if you can help me with Androshel or anywhere else, I'm only too happy to reward where reward is due. So yes, that's why I wanted you all to come up here. I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page, so to speak, and I asked young Zhang here to go there and to be my eyes, so it were, and because there is there is some mighty fine information to be garnered from the depths of that place. If I'm not mistaken, it would still be there because it's locked away in all these tight little places. And from what I understand, and a lot of my information comes anecdotally from family members that have passed it down generation to generation, mind you. So take it for what it's worth. That there's some evil within that seems to attract other evil, which horrible mess that is. But any information that we could pull from the depths could possibly help us to find some way to cleanse it, I guess, or at least to recover it for future generations to have. The fact that it fell so abruptly meant that what was in there has been lost, and with what happened 300 years ago, when the reckoning occurred, we lost enough as it was. So anything that we can retain, I'm only too happy to pay. I am not a poor man by any stretch, and if I can use my money to benefit everybody, myself included, but the people of the valley, then so be it. We're on the edge of the wilds here. We have a duty to try to make sure everybody is getting along or going forth progressively. And with what's going on down near the elves and around the other place, then whatever we can do is only going to be beneficial in the long run, I believe. So, yes, as a token of my esteem for such valiant work, 1,000 gold. It's the least I can do.
While we were in there, we came across some dead massive men. They didn't seem to be the bones of Goliaths or Titans or anything like that. They seem to be very large humans, and weapons sized for them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know much
We've
about...
actually got a few of those weapons on the cut.
Oh.
Old and
I'd be
damaged
interested in
as they
spying
are.
them. I don't know much about the giants or their kin, but from my understanding, they tend to be more brutish and not utilize tools or weapons. They use their fists or whatever they can pick up and hurl about. Interesting. That is news to me. Any other information about that? Please do tell if you saw them. Were they in any particular place doing any particular thing? Granted, bones, you can't really see what they were doing, but any implication?
Sure, I'll tell the story about the obelisks and the bone demon that came from them and the large figures and their arms and armor they seem to have. Stuff.
Oh.
And also tell him about the warding stones. They didn't seem to be made by the goblins, but maybe they were being utilized by them.
Interesting. No, that's peculiar, and that's why I'm after this information. I'm not a scholar. I'm a businessman, and if I can find people to assist me and to provide me with the advice relevant to the situation at hand, absolutely, I'm all for it. So when a knowledge monk turned up, it was opportunity too good to knock back. So yes, are you heading back? Do you have any more designs to plunge further into the depths to uncover more secrets therein?
We thought we would give it one more go if we could persuade you for some additional mercenary help. Unfortunately, all those, apart from one who travelled with us, passed.
Yes, I have been thinking about that, and my lovely daughter here, Abigail, did actually question me seriously about sending mercenaries down into the depths. But at the time, we weren't sure. We didn't know that there was going to be adventurers there. Yes. What was it you said, Abigail? Mercenaries, she says, are good for taking and holding ground, but not plunging into dungeons.
Very true.
Well, that is exactly what we would need them for. As we delve deeper and as we explore the new areas, having people behind us in the places we've cleared out, it would be very handy so we don't get surrounded and trapped.
Yes. We would use them more carefully this time to maybe secure a camp.
Yes. They might just be mercenaries, but I've come to think of them all as extended family. I don't like to see anyone who is in my employ get hurt or, worse, slain, especially if it's in some false hope. So if you think that you can make use of them, I'll see what I can do. I should be able to wrangle up a few. I have very strong requirements for mercenaries here, and the mercenaries at the camp, not all of them work for me, but it seems to be a bit of a mishmash there. How many do you think you would need?
4 more?
Oh,
4?
Because you would need at least 5 to hold a camp, I would think. Yeah. 5 to hold a room, I think, would be fine. If
I mean,
they're
it depends how
if
the
they're
thing it
good
depends how
enough,
deep we
yeah.
go.
Well,
Sorry. So you remember how large at least the first like floor we went into is?
Well, I was thinking we'd leave them at the seal room. Right? If we use them to secure the seal room or the ladder when we go down the trapdoor, I think 5 of them could do that if they were of Sven's quality or better. You know.
You mean Harry's?
Well, at least Sven was a heavy spearman.
Oh yeah.
He's not bad. But yes, an additional Harry would be incredibly helpful. But yeah,
But there was 4 doors into that room. So you need to
But
go
there's
out on
not-
each.
there's not 4 doors at the trapdoor.
No, but you need to. If you want them to hold the seal room, you need a person on each door. And then you probably want to be able to rotate the guards so they're not on there full time.
You don't need a person on every door because you're going to put, like, we're going to spike the doors, right? So if
Yeah.
something's trying to get through the doors, they're gonna hear noise. They can wake up the camp. Yes, if they get overwhelmed, they're in serious trouble. But if there's knocking on all the doors, they can retreat to the surface, right?
Hopefully.
Yes?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean,
Unless
look,
that's one of the doors.
the more, obviously, the more mercenaries, the better. If we could have, 800 knights, great. That'd be awesome. But at a minimum, 5 guys could hold a camp. Right?
As long as we're not outnumbered, should be fine.
Yeah, I mean they retreat if they're outnumbered, but
So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
So 5. You want 5 mercenaries. I might be able to do that. Can we do that, Abigail? I can probably sort that out. Then we can do it. Absolutely. Fantastic. I'll get 5 from here rather than there. I'll travel with you.
Excellent.
Well, I have some questions for you. First,
Yes.
So I'm quite curious. I've seen the hustle and bustle in the camp, and yourself are in a rush to leave before dawn. What's going on? Where are you going?
I'm afraid that's a private matter. You know what it's like. Ex-wives and all that.
Are you? This is out of character. But like, are you concerned or something?
I'm just curious. Monk of knowledge likes to know stuff.
Right. You're a fucking nosy busybody. Okay, that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Knowledge monk or gossip monk?
Hard to tell the difference sometimes. But ex-wives, must be that's a tricky subject.
How would you
Best
know?
of luck.
How would you know, Zhang?
Zheng has 5 ex-wives. Didn't you know? That's how you get knowledge. Knowledge is like to have 5 ex-wives.
Wives gossip. I'll tell you that.
That doesn't sound like someone who learns very well if he's had 5.
He's of knowledge, not necessarily of learning.
Yes.
Harinio, perhaps a less pointed question. You mentioned that was originally your family. Can you tell us about the history and how it fell? If you happen to know that.
Oh, it goes back many generations. One of my great ancestors was a member of the Knights Vigilant many years ago before they fell. And yes, he was the warden of that keep back before it did fall. I believe that he is actually interned or he was. I hope his bones are still there undisturbed in the depths.
Mm-hmm.
At least that is what the the rumours that my generations past have passed down. And look, I do not doubt that there was some embellishment that was laid upon those claims, but I do hold true that my great ancestor was a member of the Knights Vigilant and did keep that place as their own, at least one of many across the valley.
You're saying that there are
Interesting.
similar castles with
Oh, all
also-
the keeps that dot the valley were from the Knights Vigilant before that order diminished and disappeared.
Did
Maybe.
they all have tunnels underneath their I guess tunnels.
You don't have to
underneath-
apologise that you're back, Den. Tunnels? Oh, look, I don't know. I'm not an architect, but most keeps would have some form of underground system, I would expect. I mean, I even have it under this mansion. You need to be able to retreat in times of distress, where you can have stores for your troops, where you can have a place to surreptitiously exit if all things go awry. But I have no doubt that the blight that is or resides within that ruinous keep hasn't tunneled themselves new places.
Well, if we're going to have dinner, there's probably time to send some of your men to go pick up those weapons off our cart.
Yes, but time does progress relatively quickly, and I need to be leaving soon. So my daughter will arrange the rest of your requirements. The extra mercenaries, I believe it was 6 mercenaries, wasn't it? Yes, 6. You can take 6. His daughter shakes her head. And look, I will have a look at those weapons on my way out if they're on that cart. They have been scrubbed though, haven't they? I heard about that cart when it came in.
We have done our best to clean it up.
I hear that Elias almost missed a meal.
That would have been something to see.
Oh,
Yep.
it would.
How much is that worth to you?
Oh,
What?
Look, Elias is an interesting fellow, but he is very meticulous in his work. So I'm happy to let him be himself as long as he does what I need him to do.
Just saying, if we manage to make him miss a meal, would that have a small reward?
I'm sure it would on his health, but
Excellent.
But anyway, I do have to make tracks, as they say, so I will bid you all adieu, and thank you very much for the information, and again, thank you for your efforts. Abigail, that 1,200 gold for them, please. And he will get up and take a last drain of his very delicious tea, scoff down a piece of cake, and and he will walk out, and as he does so, the 6 guards will turn and follow him.
Right.
So,
Great.
how many mercenaries did you want? 4, was it? Says Abigail.
I think we agreed on 5.
I'm sure he said 10.
Look, my father tends to he likes to throw numbers around at times, but I worry that you are going to lead good men to their deaths.
Well, that's certainly not an unfounded fear.
Then honestly, don't give us the good ones. Give us the violent ones that you won't miss as much.
I don't know which ones are the good ones or not. I will just write out the writ so that you can take leadership of them and lead them to whatever it is that you want to lead them to. But my father has designs to see you succeed, so let's do our best. How many do you need?
But 5, thank you.
5. I will see that it is made available for you, the writ and your letter of credit by tomorrow morning, shall we say?
Great.
Yes, the credit 13,000 gold, I believe.
For someone who
It was 1,000.
For someone who is much vaunted with knowledge, yours is lacking.
Mad at Matt. Look, you have another
sorry.
guess.
There was a smudge of dirt in my notes. Apologies. That's
My connection has been
Oh,
interrupted.
in my language, this line here.
It's so easy to get dirt on these in your travels. What can you do?
We haven't travelled anywhere. We've been in this room.
Okay, well, we'll go prepare those weapons and make sure that they are as clean as possible before.
Would
Your
your
father
father
comes
be willing
by.
to buy these weapons off us?
Well,
You'll have to see him first.
yeah, they might not be anything to do with him. We'll see.
Yeah.
Might be
Yeah.
good scrap.
Hey, he's a
Indeed.
rich guy. He might just like to have a trinket hanging off a wall.
So,
Never know.
I mean, I don't think he's. It doesn't strike me as the archaeologist type.
Yeah, you never know.
True.
All right.
Well, if we had our own pub, we could hang the weapons off the wall, our own walls.
If we're done smack talking the fucking
Major Domo,
yes.
All right.
they say arigato, and leave.
Indeed.
Hey, Kruber's restraining himself here, and I hope
Yeah, I know.
people
Sorry,
are
I'm sorry.
appreciating it.
Yeah, head out, and I will use some of my skill as an armor smith, which is still with stuff that's made out of metal, to just buff these up a little bit.
Sure. You can do that. After you clean them up pretty well, you find out that Quell has already left.
Ah, well, fine.
But they do look nice now. Well, nicer.
Nicer. Gonna rename this massive sword to Massive Fuck Off Sword. Excellent.
How big of a force is following after Quell?
He had 6 guys with him, but you don't see him actually leave.
Ah, okay.
You have this unnatural fascination with his personal life.
Yes, Linda will ask, like, is there something we should know?
I'm just
Thing?
very curious. This guy, he wants to go after this. He wants to reclaim a castle. The castle has a spooky, evil gold disc underneath and chained up giant skeletons. Yeah, the guy's about to rush off with a large force. The garrison
Zheng.
moved away.
You haven't
Shame.
spent much time in the valley, have you?
Yeah, I was going to say you haven't met a nobleman before.
No.
Yeah.
I am from the north, so it's I'm getting to grips with the politics and the society here.
Well, that makes sense. There's nothing apart from you monks. There's nothing but damned barbarians out there. And she spits on the floor.
Now, Kruber,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you will notice that Shiro has bought 8 gallons of ale for the cart.
That's
And
for
The
the
cart
other monks,
doesn't
right?
drink ale.
Sorry?
The cart doesn't drink ale. But Shiro, I feel we may have got off on the wrong foot. Friend, how can I help you?
I was just thinking maybe you want to buy some for yourself. This is this is for the mercenaries back at camp.
Look, seeing as we're such good friends, I can tell you there is a balance between me and ale.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I would love to have a pub where I could have all the ale my liver could handle. But when we're out there on campaign, I can't get too sozzled.
Well, that is a wise decision. And I respect that.
Let me just check. I think my wisdom penalties have all disappeared. No. You're right. I'm still wisdom 6. So actually, no. Did all our wisdom damage heal?
Get
It
one
has.
back.
Yes, you get one
every
back
day.
every day.
Yeah.
You only if it is drain do you lose it permanently. Damage returns 1 a day.
Like, I don't think the only instance of drain we've had in this campaign is when we tried to open that door, right?
No, the spirit in the
Lacrima Keep.
Lacrima Keep. I'm pretty sure she inflicted 4 points.
Yeah, but that was damage,
That was damage.
not drain.
There's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, drain is pretty rare, but it does pop up occasionally.
It's on some of the cards.
Yes.
Yeah,
some of the
Some of
cards
the
will drain.
major blessings.
But I'm no longer at Wisdom 6.
Mm-hmm. Back to full.
There you go.
All right.
I'm
It's
pretty
all
sure
good
that
better
was 10.
When you
don't-
when you decrease an attribute, you should write down somewhere, probably in your notes, what your actual attribute was.
100%. I'm pretty sure I only suffered 1 lot of drain. I will try and rewatch that to confirm.
That's cool. All right. So it is
How much was your ale? Sorry, there, Shiro?
Oh, you want to buy some? It's 5 silver a gallon.
And if there's
Yeah.
one thing, if there's one thing that
So-
flows freely in Silvermont, it's booze.
Is there room for another gallon?
There's heaps of room.
Yeah, now that all the heads are gone, absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Like,
can
when-
fit.
We
We
can
can fit 40 gallons on the cart,
We can actually have like us ride in it too.
but we're not doing that. Just as a side note, before you start trying to do that, because there is other shit on the cart, and I'm not taking that into consideration. So there's definitely not room for 40 gallons. That would be if there was
Just buy
nothing else
3
on the cart.
gallons for me.
Alrighty, very
There's
well.
also more. There's probably more heads to bring back.
Yes. No, but we won't have the gallons by then. Anyway, whatever.
True.
Hey,
The
Bart.
ale's gonna go. Don't worry.
Hey, Bart, do you like ale?
Did you say Vash? Because I only heard
Yeah.
the first. I
Yeah,
didn't hear
sorry.
the SH.
Bart, do you like ale?
It sounds
No.
like you're saying bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name's Var. He's shortening it.
Var.
It's a nickname.
Oh,
You're already drunk.
The trick
Uh,
is to never get sober.
it's already
Hero,
only
you
one
was-
syllable.
That's
Here I
right.
was thinking you're getting mixed up with classical composers.
I'll be Vash. No.
Bach.
So
Yeah.
who has
Yeah,
a backpack or a
got it.
satchel, by the way?
Sean has the satchel.
I have a backpack.
Oh,
Shiro
the
also has a backpack.
But I hardly
Although-
use it. Well, I'm keeping it on the cart for combat purposes.
Yeah, it will be put on the cart when we, camp. But he has
When
a
we
backpack at
expect
the moment.
combat.
So Hypatia has a backpack, did you? Did you say?
I have a backpack. It's just not a. But yeah, I'm
Alright,
generally living on the
That's
cart.
cool. If you don't have it on you normally, I just
No.
getting an idea. So,
Fruitbird does.
all right, I'll take them off now. You guys can put them on. I'll ask you guys to do that before we descend or go into a combat situation, etc.
Mhm.
Okay, let me close those on my other
I mean,
computer.
if we're traveling with the cart, I'm not going to carry it for the sake of carrying it.
No,
Anyway.
obviously not. I mean, what I'm,
Yeah,
It's
what I'm
only if we were venturing into the dungeon that I'd actually take it with us.
that's what I'm concerned about. Your adventuring, not your cross-country traveling. Okay, so when you return that evening to the Goblet and Stone, the very short, squat, skillet-wielding woman says, "Oh, you've been upgraded to rooms, apparently.
Oh,
I had to kick some people
that's
out.
very generous. Oh, dang.
Oh, they'll get them back when you leave."
Okay.
Oh, we were going to stay here forever. Just joking.
Well, that's very generous. What's on the
Well,
menu
looked
tonight?
after his own.
So tonight we have salted river trout and carrot soup.
Yeah, all right.
I'll have 2 of the salted river trout.
No,
That's what
it's
I'm talking
in the carrot soup.
Yeah.
Sure, that
I'll
sounds
have
good to
2
me.
of the salted river trout.
Delicious.
So
Alright.
you can get your meals. You can hang out. There's a little bit of a hubbub in the general room. The tap room isn't particularly large in this establishment, but it's still reasonable. Not many mercenaries. Mostly miners will come in and they drink. They pay you not much heed.
Whoa, they let minors drink in this establishment?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the rules that Quell set down, so he's pretty
Heroes
lax.
gonna. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say pretty lax and loose when it comes to letting the miners have a bit of an imbibe. So what's Shiro going to do?
He was just going to talk to some of the miners and find out if there was like a place where injured ones went, or if there are any injured people in town.
Ah, yeah, we have an infirmary.
I don't suppose one of them would be willing to take me to it.
Uh,
I am a priest. I show him my holy symbol.
sure. Well, after I finish having these few drinks, I'll take you there.
Excellent. Come meet me over with my friends.
And when you say that, you get a bit of an elbow from one of these mates. Well, he wants you to go meet up with him already. Fuck off. He's a priest. Oh.
Kruber wanders over and goes, lads, we're going to have a problem here?
What? You just know. You know what it's like when you're a miner, and you get a few into you, and it's like,
Guys,
you come over.
look at me. Look at me, guys. I'm standing here in my long johns. You guys work hard all day, and do I look worried?
Are you hard all night?
Sadly, that's one scene you're never going to tap.
I get a few more elbows. A few more elbows, a bit of a laugh. One of them spills his beer. Oh, I was enjoying that.
Well, I hope it's not the grey rot, but I'm sure it's not. I mean, anyway, don't worry. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. You look fine. Did your eye twitch?
So,
No, it's nothing.
so you can do what you need to do, Shiro. After he finishes his beer, he'll get up and he'll stagger over towards you.
Mhm.
So, you want to go to the infirmary?
Yes.
I don't think there's anyone injured at the moment. We've got pretty good safety regulations. Quell makes sure that everybody works safely. But
Okay.
I can take you up there.
Well, let's see if there is anybody injured.
And
It's gonna be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he will take you up to the infirmary, which is kind of a fair bit of a trek because it's down near the actual mine. And as you guys start moving towards it, you'll notice that there's a lot of fences and a few more mercenaries moving about. And as you start getting closer, one of the mercenaries will come over and hold his hand up and say, hey, what's going on here? Who's this
I
guy?
was just. I'm a priest of the eight.
And that means...
I was just heading. Well, I was just telling you who I am. I was just heading to the infirmary to see if you had any injured in need of the blessing of the eight.
There's a priest down there that works pretty well with them. I don't think they've got any more injured at the moment. I'll tell you what.
Oh.
Just wait here. We'll send word. Quell doesn't like people going down near the mine site.
Fair enough.
You're the people that'll either get injured or steal from him. So yeah, it's all pretty well secured
I
down
don't
there.
think priests will steal from him, but point taken. Off you
You'd
go.
be surprised, especially those madness pricks.
I mean, it's in the name, right?
And he'll
Yeah.
wander down, or he'll wander off and say something to someone, he'll wander off and say something to someone else. About 20 minutes later, someone will come back up. Look, apparently you're welcome to go down if you want. Just,
All right.
stick to the path and straight into the infirmary. They've got one or two injured there that are just resting at the moment, but nothing too crazy. I don't think they really need you, but if you want to go down, that's fine.
I'll check it out.
Sure.
Tell them about the sufferance. It's all a trial. Just get through it.
Oh
Keep them
god.
digging. And I'll heal them if they are injured.
Okay. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the cleric that they have. Where did we put it in there? Let me put it in the right journal to start with. And it's going to be interesting for you.
Oh, a fellow gnome.
He is a gnome.
Ah,
He looks a little bit, wacky though. He's one of those.
he looks a bit like one of those druids.
Well, he's not so much druid, but he does, like a bit of the herb.
Oh, is that what that is? Awesome.
He's an apothecary and stuff like that. But when you get down there, he is smoking from a pipe, and the smell is quite interesting, and it creates a bit of a heady feeling. And he's like, "Oh, hello, another gnome.
Hello.
Lovely to meet you."
Yes,
And
a fellow kin.
a devotee of the eight as well. Ah, very good, very good. Yes, I heard you wanted to come down and have a look around here. This is our infirmary. We have enough room here for 20 beds. At the moment, though, unfortunately, we've only got 2 injured, but they're only minor scrapes. But feel free to have a look.
I'm here. I'll treat them up.
Oh, absolutely. Do you want to? He rustles one of his pouches. This is the good stuff, mind you.
Do you have anything that makes a good tea?
Oh, yes.
Actually.
Absolutely, I've got some good tea. Let me just go find
Oh,
some.
yes. Thank you.
I've got the really good stuff. It's got berries and everything. Oh, it's marvelous.
Really good stuff.
Oh,
I'm a little bit
lovely.
worried about this tea now.
You notice his eyes are a bit glassy. And he doesn't walk in a straight line.
Excellent. I'll go heal the 2 guys who are here. See if they've got any other problems.
No, they seem to be okay. One of them will say, "Oh, Brother Bin, he's pretty good. He slips us some of this stuff, when we're healing. Makes it all feel a lot better."
Yeah.
Oh God.
What else makes you
Amazing.
feel a lot better is the blessing of the 8.
Oh, yes. And Brother Ben will come back out. He's a bit unsteady on his feet. He's got 2 teacups. They're rattling around, and he'll hand one off to you. Now this is fantastic stuff. I grow the herbs for this one myself.
Just think, gnomes are so resistant to poison. He must this. This is the stuff, right here.
It smells.
If it's
It smells pretty strong.
Yeah. Well, sure. I'll do that, and then have fun returning in the dark.
Yep. And yeah, you can just talk and talk and talk, and he will talk and talk and talk while you're having your tea. And he goes, "Oh,
That's good. I haven't seen a gnome in a while."
And he'll say, "Oh, I forgot. You can't have tea without a biscuit. Let me just go get some biscuits. I make them myself." And he'll return back with some nice kind of golden yellow biscuits flecked through with a dark green. These are delicious. Delicious. They're a shortbread. Very tasty. Very wholesome. Very medicinal.
Do they make you extra hungry?
Is
If only you were there, I could talk to you about it.
Shira's just going to keep talking to him, with the biscuit sort of sitting there, and if there's a long enough pause in the conversation, or he sort of his vision wanders away, he starts looking off in the distance or something like that, I'll just pouch the biscuit.
Okay.
I'm not willing to hazard the biscuit. I was fine with the rat poisoned tea. That's okay. I was willing to take a single risk. We can't double dose. Okay.
Okay.
Can I just request I wasn't willing to chance the biscuit as a possible title for the episode?
Did not risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, you can do that. So yes, you can do that. He doesn't even seem to notice that you've put it in your pocket. Yeah, he's quite happy and notices it's gone after a little bit. Oh, do you want another one? I made a fresh batch earlier today.
I think that was enough for me. Thanks very much. It was really good. I'll see how I feel in the morning. Huh?
Yeah, yes. Wise. He'll tap his nose, his very bulbous little nose. Yes. Anyway, it's been a long day for me, so yes, I might turn in soon.
Yes, me too. Maybe I'll see you next time I'm in town.
No, I'm always happy to talk to more gnomes, so feel free to come down. I've told the mercenaries and the guards around here that feel free to come in. They'll let you in. You're not going down to the mines. You're just coming to the infirmary. It's much okay. Anyway.
All right.
And you were speaking Stone Speak as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was good to catch up.
As you were turning to leave, you notice that he reaches out and he puts another biscuit in your pocket. Yes, that's
Nice.
for the road.
Thank you, brother.
All right, brother Ben.
Cool. Sean,
Yeah.
I was thinking we should probably buy like spare arrows and put them on the card, right? That seems like a logical idea.
Yep. I already have 20 on the cart. Well, probably 38.
Oh, right, you don't carry them around yourself, do you?
Well, I have a quiver of 20.
Yes. Splinter has two quivers of 20.
Yeah, well, Lenza gives me arrows when I need them.
That'd be cool. I'm just trying to think. How updated is the cart stuff?
Part is very up to date.
So we do. We
Does it have my 3 gallons of ale in it?
Yes.
It has 11.
Now
We have 11.
It has
now.
11. 8 that Shiro bought, 3 that you bought.
Good.
Cool. I'm probably just gonna buy I guess 100 arrows. That should do us for a while, yeah.
They don't have
Yeah.
100 arrows in
Yeah, it's fair.
Silvermont, unfortunately. I'll tell you what, you can get roll one.
I've bought 20 for myself.
Let's see if they've got 100. Roll 1d5. Each is a lot of 20 that they've got.
Roll a d5.
I just rolled 5.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
And I
right,
rolled 5, so they do have 100. There you go. You can buy them out of arrows.
I will buy them out of arrows.
There you go.
It's like, yes!
They're
I'll
sat
add
here
that
growing
to the-
mold. And now the price has gone up because demand increased. Everybody saw it.
Demand's at our all-time high.
Yes, we're going through finally we're going through the arrow renaissance.
If only they had some product to capitalize on that high cost.
Okay. You get your rooms that night if you're not doing anything else. You can have your food, you can have some drinks, and you can rest. In the morning, you will be given a letter of credit for 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And you will have a writ to take leadership of 5 mercenaries.
What are we taking, and are they still drawing their pay from well, do they have to come back to get their pay, or are we taking some pay with us?
No, their pay is taken care of.
Cool.
Alright, so you will have... Where am I? Merc, that's the wrong merc sheets. Mercenary soldiers. Alright, so you will get... Let me put that out of the way. And they're the 5 that you'll get. 2 heavy swordmen, 1 heavy spearman, and 2 heavy crossbowmen.
Nice. That's a good group. Yeah, that's a very good group. Perfect. And Harry to lead them.
No, but I wanted Harry to live.
I mean, that's why he's leading them.
Yeah, that's why he's leading them. He will live.
He could lead from the second rank.
He has a reach weapon,
Well,
so yes.
Let's be honest, I'm the only reason Harry's still alive.
Maybe. He had 14 hit points in a decent armor class. All right,
And someone who didn't get him killed.
are
So we
you
head back.
returning?
Return.
Yeah. No, we take these mercenaries and go somewhere else now.
Yes, we head back.
Just quickly, is silk rope something they're going to actually have in?
No, they won't have silk rope here.
They'd have any of
Oh,
hemp
they'll
rope.
normal,
That's
they'll
what I think.
normal
They will
rope.
have
Oh,
normal
you
hemp
bought
rope.
some rope? Yeah, that's a good move. You can take that out of the party treasury if you're going to put it on the cart.
What's
As a
that?
side note.
Rope.
Rope. If you want to buy like 100 feet of rope and put it on the cart, that would be a good buy.
Well, I didn't want to buy 100 feet of rope and put it on the cart because they don't have silk rope.
Okay,
But we
I will
could-
buy 100 feet from the party treasury and put it on the cart. No problem. That's a
Sure,
good move. You were wise to do that.
You are the master of the cart.
Okay, great.
Cart
Yeah,
I have
master.
silk rope.
The load master. Or the quartermaster.
Lloyd Master.
Lodi McLeod Latoad. Right, are you heading back?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, what are they doing with that? What did Quell want with those giant?
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't bother. It's fine. He
was
got
gone.
sidetracked.
When we come back, we can worry about them then.
Sure.
Did we get iron spikes as well?
We did?
Yeah.
12.
12.
Okay, you get back to the ruins of Androshell. It takes about just bit over 2 days. You travel a little bit quicker this time because your cart is not laden down.
Oh yeah, did everybody buy rations also? Like that's probably important.
Yep.
Well, how
We
much
should've.
do we each want to have, ration-wise?
Yes.
A rational amount.
That spoon's the best buy I've ever had.
There's no point in like someone buying 3 rations, most people buying 8 rations, and someone being like, I got 30.
Shiro bought 10, and
Okay.
the party treasury bought 10 for the cart, so there are 17 on the cart.
Okay, because I've got 8, but I'm happy to buy 2 more.
Each of the mercenaries has 16 days of rations in a satchel.
Oh, okay. So maybe I will up the amount on the cart. Never mind.
Zhang
Proves
has
he's going to
10
carry
rations now.
8 for himself.
Got 4 preserved because I eat everything else.
Yup.
Okay. Very good. When you return to the ruins of Androshell, it takes, again, a bit over 2 days. So you've been gone about 3, 4... Been gone about 6 days all up. Maybe 7. 7. There's about 3 there. You spent another day, 4. No, it's been a bit over 6. We'll say you're coming up on the 7th day. The jovial spirit among you all has been lifted because the mercenaries are fairly chipper and they're, asking a lot of questions and they've heard tell of your exploits, etc. And they're happy to come up here and meet with their fellows. Unfortunately, it takes a decided turn for the worse when you realise that the mercenary camp is scattered. The mercenaries, there are bodies lying around the place. Many of them have got arrows in them. Worse, some of them have got very large spears sticking out of them.
Oh.
How large is very large?
They are large spears that someone who would have to be hefty would carry. In fact, you would consider them to be almost short pike-like spears.
Just as a question, are they like lizard man spears?
Potentially, yes.
Because Shiro would probably be able to recognize them if they are. Maybe. I mean, that's like
I mean,
his passion project.
they're definitely spears that lizard men could carry. They are
Right.
Lizard men are very large creatures, and these are spears which would be wielded by very large individuals. And more often than not, the bodies that you find seem to have been slain buy these kind of weapons. You find one that has a bowlers wrapped around his throat, and with large, heavy-weighted rocks, which seem to have crushed his skull as well. And you know that lizardmen use bowlers as well. So yes, you think that perhaps lizardmen have been at work here.
I'm gonna just walk up to the nearest shrub and ask it, "What's happened? Who did
Cool.
this?"
Okay.
All
What,
this
what he's
scientific work's going on, and then the monk's just like, "Hey, tree, what really happened?"
well, I'll try to account for all the mercenaries while he's doing that.
Okay. So you are talking to the shrub, and how are you wording this? The shrub goes, good evening, person or thing that walks the ground. What can I do for you?
Good evening, old one. I would like to know if any large groups of beings have been nearby, and if you've potentially sensed fire and death and
There's been large creatures around here a lot. Things that walk on 2 feet. But there were others that came and attacked them, and they are not walking the ground anymore.
I see. Mm,
It happened 3 moons ago. 3 sun and moons ago. When the moon was in the air, and I was sleeping. But I woke, and I noticed.
Did you notice where they went?
Towards the big stone on the hill. The stone
thank
made of
you.
many stones.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I revere you. I'll move on.
May
Pour
I
him a
ask
little water.
question of Grail?
Yes.
Can we hear anything while they're talking?
Oh, Zhang's kind of going.
Because you should work out what I'm considering based on that, but I'm not going to now.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess I will turn around and Zhang will tell the party that very large creatures, 2-legged creatures, about 3 moons ago, came in, and another large group moved back to what is likely the keep.
So they ambushed just after we left. That's interesting.
Hmm.
They left about halfway through. You gone. They probably about midway. You would have been just getting to Silvermine, or just resting for the first night, maybe.
So they're making sure we were gone.
It's a good chance.
So none of the mercenaries that you come across seem to be alive. They're all dead, but you cannot account for all of them. You account for maybe 2/3 of what was here. It looks like they were taken pretty much by surprise, but they did put up a bit of a fight. But you see no indication of any slain enemy. The bodies of the mercenaries, though, do lie where they fell.
Complete with their equipment?
Yep, they have not been scavenged.
Wow.
Okay. So
Then we'll scavenge them and bury the bodies. Right?
Well,
Yep.
the mercs that you have with you are a little bit disconcerted that you are going to
Well,
scavenge the
wouldn't we-
bodies.
Wouldn't we dress them for burial? Like,
Yeah.
but you don't bury people in armor.
No, but well, you can if they're good, but no, they're concerned that you're scavenging. If you were just,
I
Well,
just
that-
mean
that
they're
was-
going
that
on the
was-
wagon. Sorry,
Okay.
not like we're looting them.
okay, that's cool, that's fine. Jaquan, you cannot find the body of Harry anywhere.
No. I thought Harry was
dear.
with us.
Yeah, I had thought Harry had come with us.
Oh,
Nope.
poor Harry.
Harry had not gone with you. Harry was staying here.
okay, so is
You're
he the
getting your MVP sent on Messenger, and it's just going to be not you. That is the vote.
But do we find his body?
No, as I said, you do not find the body of
Okay.
Harry.
Cool. Okay. Well,
Maybe
maybe he made it away.
maybe the hunters should
Me.
check for
I'm
tracks of unusual size.
Right. Yeah.
I was about to say Lenza will probably see if they can figure out if like where they retreated to or where they ran away to,
Or if they were captured.
if they're captured, etc., etc.
Okay, it's a little bit hard to tell, but you can have a bit of a look around. Make an intelligence or a wisdom check, your choice. You can use the macro.
Wisdom. Yep.
Is that anyone
yeah.
looking around or just?
Well, the hunter.
Oh, I'm a hunter, aren't I?
That's why I said
Yeah.
Z.
Rest of us will stand guard.
I'm dressing the bodies and getting some people to dig some graves.
Yeah.
I'll dig some graves.
I can dig as
I can dig
always.
as well. And
Oh, what
You
am
just
I?
want a chance to nibble a bit, don't you?
Yeah, I won't nibble on humans.
Sorry,
Would you like-
that's a D20 check. Yeah.
Pardon?
It's a D20 check.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, thank you. Yep. Unless it says otherwise, an ability check is by default a D20.
Nice.
Ah, you didn't use the macro.
The macro.
Yeah,
Where is it?
It's under the macros.
yeah.
In the-
Like right
is
at the
it-
top. Handouts and macros link.
Oh,
Right at
okay,
the top.
I opened up the wrong one.
And then you have to
Ability
select
check.
yourself.
Okay, right. That makes
We're all to the side.
That's all right. And Sean didn't even roll; he just wrote D20.
sense. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
That's okay. Shiro is not surprised. Yes.
My surprise check was just that they didn't
Yeah.
do the macro.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, are we being ambushed?
No, Aaron and I are just being passive aggressive using Grail's new macros, and I love that we
Right.
both went for it.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Imagine
That-
being smart.
That
I
is-
nearly failed.
Yeah, but it just measures its binary. Did you or didn't you? Okay, so both of you do agree that yes, indeed, it looks like a group has headed after this attack to the keep, but you find that it appears that some of them headed off, not to the keep at all, but down towards the river in this
Dun,
direction.
dun, dun.
And it looks like that they have taken some in train with them, smaller numbers and smaller feet. You reckon you can count maybe half a dozen or so with led off.
I mean,
When
they took
Harry's
Harry.
And
We're
how,
going.
how many are they missing from? Are we
About-
missing from
you
the
reckon
count?
there's probably about 10 or so that are missing.
And so half a dozen have been taken south, and the rest have been taken into the ruins potentially.
You can't really get an idea of where the others have gone. You think that they might have escaped or run off, fled from the battle.
Ah,
It's hard to tell. You would have to widen your search. At the moment, you're just looking at the immediate area. But they could have been captured outside of this place that you're looking at. They could have been slain outside of this place you're looking at, or they could be wandering.
I think we should definitely check the river though.
Yep. Let's get after the ones as soon as that information is given to us. Pursuit.
Mhm.
Hot pursuit.
Yeah. What are we going to do with the cart?
We're going to leave it here with Thadar, the retainers, and the other mercs. And we're going to do pursuit.
Sure. Sounds good.
In the open?
Go light.
Well, presumably they're going to be fighting a more reasonably defensible position.
Tell them to hide somewhere. Get
Yeah.
in the lee of something.
Hmm.
Pretend to be a plant. The plants weren't eaten.
Okay, let's see. Do I have this thing? This might work. Yeah, this looks like it might be okay. Alright, let me just do a random battle map for you. Let's Alright, let me put some guys on here. What the hell's that? I put dynamic lighting on the wrong bloody map, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, the valley is shrouded in darkness.
Again.
The
Only-
upside dynamics is working for the mercenaries.
Yeah, I was going to say, are the only lights left are the Tower 2 mercenaries.
I mean,
Clearly.
really? Should it be
Hang
the
on.
donkeys?
No,
Clearly they've been chosen.
I didn't put dynamic lighting on that map. Dynamic lighting is not on that map.
Wrong, Rocky.
Interesting. Dynamic lighting is not on that map. That is really
Whatever. If we're going to another map, it doesn't matter.
no. It's like super bizarre.
Also, Kruby, you need to go to full HP.
Ah, good call.
Like, yeah, I changed the dynamic lighting on the correct map. Did I? Yes, I did. Wonder if I turn it off, what happens?
Oh, we can see the map again.
Can you? That is bizarre because I'm doing that on a completely different map.
Have you got universal dynamic lighting somehow selected?
No, because I'm doing it on that page settings.
Mm.
Let me just pick another random map and put dynamic lighting on there.
Nothing happened.
Oh, no, it's dark again.
It is? Oh,
Yep.
it is now. Yep.
Okay, that is
Awesome.
no, it's fucking weird.
Oh well.
I am perplexed and astounded.
It's Roll20 dynamic lighting. Don't worry about it.
I was just going to say, so
At
for
some stage it'll
Christmas,
get fixed or it won't.
so for Christmas, we're doing a whip around for Grail's Roll20 therapy.
Okay. You guys will come to here. Let me chuck you guys on this map. So we need sheets. We need Zhang. Bonk. Bash. Bonk. Shura. Bonk. Sean. Bonk. Jaquan. Bonk. Hypatia. Bonk. Lenza. And where is Le Toad? Alright, you just put you guys up the top, please, along the top row.
Bro? Oh, alright. Yep. Cool.
Okay, let me also.
Ooh, that's right. We get to roll
So,
initiative.
Zheng, can you just put your Zheng and Bash? Can you put yourself along the top row, please?
Oh, yep.
And
Yep,
I'm
just
just going
choose
to
way.
make this map a little bit wider, make it thick. Because I'm going to chuck on my stuff. So,
Technically, stage is going to be following. Sure. Whatever. There's a tree.
Side note, for Christmas, my son's getting a Thanos action figure. And that boy is dummy thick. Yeah, I mean, you really need to see to believe. You're like, damn.
you guys roll your initiative, please.
Did that
Where's
work?
The...
You go click on the
Oh,
token.
there it is. Yep.
I think that worked. Yes, it did. Alright, cool.
Do we have our minions with us?
No, you left them behind.
No, we left them behind.
Cool.
Yeah.
It expressly said you left them behind.
Absolutely.
I was saying goodnight to my wife.
That's fine. Then I'll tell you now, they were left behind.
Excellent. We should leave them
Uh-oh.
behind.
What?
That looks like. What is that flying bull thing?
That's just the token I use for enemies. In,
Oh,
in
okay.
the order. So has everyone rolled
Cool.
their initiative?
Yep.
Alright, let me descend. Okay, there we go. Let me chuck on some,
And Latoad.
let me chuck some. Oh no, Latoad doesn't roll initiative. Latoad goes under allied NPCs.
No, 4, is it?
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's where they should go. Now that we've got the proper order, it'll be easier. Alright, so you guys have been chasing these guys. Yeah, what you believe is the where the bad guys have led. You assume they're lizardmen, and you are correct, because eventually you come across a few ragtag lizardmen that they seem to be moving about. They spy you in the distance. And I'll chuck a few on here. They do not have any mercenaries in tow with them, however.
But they were looking around, so let's get them.
Okay.
Yep.
Lenza, you will be up first.
Okie dokie. So these guys are just like these guys are essentially the same as goblins. We just kill them. No point in talking. Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
They kill us all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I'm just making sure that it's not like. Yeah, and also they just murdered a whole bunch of us. So yeah, fair. Cool.
They stand about 9 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
How far away are we? Oh, he's easily within range. Awesome.
That
Cool.
one's past a tree. You might want to shoot the guy in the open.
Yeah, true. But I can move but get around it. But yeah, I mean he's still within easily, so that's fine. Alrighty. Let me shoot this guy then, Grell.
Okay.
Oh, no, wrong. There we are. This one over here.
Yep.
Oh, crit him for minimum damage.
Minimum damage. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let
Like
me go.
hit him with a regular shot.
Yep.
Maybe it's Lenthaline.
6 damage. Alright, let me just.
But it's the most impressive 6 damage. It's like you got the arrow like right through a finger and it just ran all the way up his arm.
Zhang, you're up.
Super painful.
Well, Zhang will take out his sling and move forward.
So remember,
Just a,
the rules taking out your sling is an imposition which will halve your movement, so you'll end up having a movement of 25.
yep. So, I don't want to move too far forward anyway, so I'll just go about here.
Did we have weapons out?
No, you were chasing them, so we'll say that you've been moving as fast as you can, which would mean other than having a very large weapon, so like Vash would have her Bardish in hand because she has no option otherwise. You can't sheathe it.
I'd have my Rancer.
You would have your Rancer out, but other ones would probably be sheathed. You wouldn't be running with a sword out, for example. Alright, sure, you're up.
Alright, Shira's going to move to here, pulling out his sling. He will probably take a shot, cause... How far away are they? That guy's in range. I'll just do this -2. AC 4 for 4 points of damage.
This one here is one that Lenza hit.
Yep. Does he have armor?
They have like kind of scraps and stuff like that on it, but for the most part, no. You do know because you've fought lizard men before that even though they tend to not wear armor, their hides are resistant to cutting weapons. In that, they still take damage, but they don't take the bonus damage from cutting. And you don't.
Do they take the +1 hit for bludgeoning?
No.
Okay. Then AC 4, like I said.
Mhm.
Done.
Cool. After Shira, it'll be Jaquan.
Quan is going to single move his 30 foot.
You can run. And double it.
I know.
So you guys left all your backpacks and that behind, didn't you?
Yep.
Cool.
I know I can run.
Vash.
Well, I will run, but not too far ahead. So I'll just move like 40. Keep the line.
Immediately steps on trap.
Out here? Oh, please no.
It would be very impressive if they.
They just put his trap right in that very spot. Ha,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This will get them.
Down into a pit.
Sean Fitzlogan, you are up.
I would have my bow in my hand, would I not?
You probably would not, but I'll let you have it. You would, because you generally don't carry your bow strung. You only string your bow as you're about to enter into combat, because otherwise it weakens the bow. But that's fine.
Chasing after a bad guy would be considered not going into anyway.
That's fine. You don't know how far. You're like 3 days behind, but I'll say you can have it. I'll let Lenza shoot. You can shoot. Even getting it out and shooting is fine.
Well, I didn't move at all because
That's fine.
Neither did I. And that's why I call it arrow wasting.
Hypatia.
I'm going to drop a sword 15 foot. Done.
And then enemy magic, allied NPCs, Latoad.
Latoad is going to.
You are not seeing it say allied NPCs, are you? Are you seeing it saying allied NPCs in the turn order?
No, it just has
Just
a
a
picture
picture.
of like a dude with a torch.
That means, yeah, so do you not see his name?
No, the only description you see is mine, is my
He's
character.
your own. Yeah. You only see a name.
Oh,
on
I
it.
see Sean, but none of the other character names.
Alright, I'll have to sort that out and see why. Let's have a look. If I go into here. Interesting. I'll sort that out anyway. That's fine.
Yeah, he's going to move to there and activate his hat.
Okay. So he gets 4.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a good token for it.
I think.
But yes,
I think last time did we use
I used the ninja, but I can't see him for some reason.
that guy?
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, you've put it up there already. Excellent. Thank you.
Alright, cool. And then we go to enemies and monsters. Right, at this point, these guys, if I go to the GM layer and put him on the token layer, and him,
Ooh.
put him on the token layer as well. Right, go back to the tokens. This guy is going to step up to there, and he's going to try, oops, 75 feet away. Let's see if he can. You ren Vash, so you don't get a dexterity bonus to your armor class. So, what is your dexterity modifier for your armor class? Let's have a look. Your dexterity modifier is 3. You're very dexterous, so your armor class is 3 worse. So he'll get the +3 to hit you. As he, 75 feet, it's going to be long range. What is your armor class normally? 2, isn't it, or 1? I gave him a bonus to hit you, so I think
I have a helm now, so
Ooh.
it's 1.
Yep, he misses you.
Ooh, okay.
No, let's take
It's a bolus, huh?
this guy will
Right.
come up here, and this guy is going to try and fling a bolus at you as well, Vash.
Yay!
55 feet. Alright, let me. That is medium range.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright,
Oh.
Dang.
alright, the rope wraps around you, your midriff, and the stones crunch together. You take 4 damage. It's only non-lethal, but so you'll recover that pretty quickly. But can still take you down. Make a saving throw versus paralysis, please.
Here we go.
Oh, nice.
You are good. You shirk it free.
Nice. How many more times do I have to do this?
Depends if they've all got bolus.
They seem to. This guy's going to fling one at you as well. Because you are out in the open. You also got
Running.
a really big... Yeah, running. You also got a really big axe.
You are, and you also it's a really big target in general.
I'm also out in the open here.
But you're not running and you don't... This is also a half orc, so that misses you though. These guys just advance.
You got to stop doing this, Vash. Come on.
I run at enemy and smash.
And smash. I know. It's a problem.
Alright, that is the end of that turn. PC magic numbers cast, Allen magic numbers cast. End of turn. New round, Lenza.
I'm gonna actually move forward a little bit, just to gather around this bunch of trees here, and I guess I will aim for someone that isn't blocked by. There we go. I can aim for him, and unrestricted.
You're going to be pretty much unrestricted by Jaquine anyway. These things are big. They are in the
Yeah,
open.
cool. Alright, well, I'll try and get him down because he is already damaged.
Got an arrow already sticking
No,
out.
that is not going to hit, unless they are very, very poorly armored.
That is
They
a miss.
jump into arrows.
Yep, that is a miss. Alright, it will be Zheng's turn.
Alright, so Zhang's gonna just scooch up a little bit and then fire a sling at this lizard man. So sling,
Which
I
guy?
believe I'm
I didn't see you.
this one.
Cool, yep.
So medium range, not armored. No modifiers, no damage modifiers.
That actually hits him. He staggers under the blow. But he's still standing. Alright, sure.
Shiro says, group up on me. Group up! And Shiro starts casting a spell.
And the spell would be?
Less.
Okay. Jaquine.
Protect the gnome!
Vash.
I will step back. That was very nice. And I'll get a javelin ready.
Sean.
Sorry. 15 feet to there. Move to there and shoot at this guy.
Go for it.
That looks more than 70, doesn't it?
Did you
Let's-
measure? Let's have a look. That is
I-
80.
I didn't, but I just had a gut feel.
Your gut feel was correct. That is a miss as well.
And is irrelevant.
Hypatia.
Alright, I will. Stop there. I thought
Alright.
close enough.
Cool. Enemy magics, allied NPCs.
Gonna move over to here. Alright.
Enemies. This guy here is going to make a morale check. He's being badly injured. He's like, more meat. But he doesn't say it like that. It's more like, this guy has. He's going to throw a bolus, and he's going to go for the archer 65 feet away. Actually, he's going to go for the closer archer. What's he doing? Oh, it's the same. Doesn't matter.
Pick
So
on anyone.
he'll go for who I said first, which was Lenza. Alright. Long range. Flingy, fling, fling. It's a wild miss. He's in the wild, wild west.
He's caught a tree.
He has. That guy doesn't.
I don't know.
That guy
He would have done 50% of Lence's hit points.
This guy's going to come to here, and he is going to throw a bolus at 1, 2, 3. Let's roll. Let's see what he gets.
3.
3. He goes for Hypatia for some reason.
What are the options?
Inconceivable.
65 feet. Assists with 65 feet. He throws his bowlers. That's long range. Only had 5 more feet on you. Armor class 1. It will not hit you. Clangs off your shield. That guy has a
Oof.
bowlers. He's going to move forward. He's going to just throw it straight. He's going to go for Jaquan. 45 feet, so that is going to be medium range. That is a miss also. They have thrown
Good.
some bowlers. Alright.
Can we see if they have more bowlers on them?
It doesn't look like it, but you're not really having that much of a look. They are big. They could easily have them tucked away behind them.
In their cloacas.
They could be anywhere, yeah.
So we don't see any long dangly things between their legs.
They've got loincloths on. But, I mean, afterwards you could have a good peek, I guess. If
I
it's-
mean, it wouldn't be the first time. Was it the giant?
Mhm.
What was it at Lacrima Keep that got its sack rummaged?
It was a giant. It was a Goliath.
It was a giant
PC
Goliath.
Magic. PC Magic.
Sorry?
PC Magic.
Bless me.
Bless. Oops. +1 to hit and +1 damage. You can put the bless token on yourself.
What's the blessed token look
Thank
like?
you.
Do you see that says PC
The
Magic
heart
now?
with a circle.
That one.
Do you see in the initiative order it says PC Magic now?
Yes, yes I do.
Okay, so,
2.
right, so I know what I need to do then. I need to make the name tags visible to everybody. That's right, I can do that later. That's fine. Allies magic goes off, which there was none. End of turn. Lenza, you're up.
Jaquan, Hypatia, update yourselves.
I can on it.
So this guy was what he threw a
Looking
trying to
for
throw a
the
bowler at
heart.
me, yeah?
There you go.
Dan, can you not talk over people, please? I didn't hear what Lenza was saying then.
As I said, this one was the guy who threw a bowler at me, right?
Yes.
Cool. And question. So can we now? Is there any restriction on moving before or after attacking, or is it just anything goes now? Or
No, the attack is your last action.
okay, cool. That makes sense. Okie dokie. And this is obviously a tree.
It is. A shrubbery.
If
Maybe afterwards, Zheng can talk to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So there, I've got some. Can I shoot through this little gap? If
Yep.
Awesome. In that case, let's go hit. Let's try and hit this guy, because all the other ones are kind of blocked by the tree.
You can sort of duck around the tree, but sure.
Well,
That's-
the thing is, I want to take cover behind it and still shoot from
As I
at least the closest
As I
ones.
said, it was a shrubbery, so it's not like a tree. It doesn't. Have
Oh,
a tree.
right. Okay. So it doesn't actually help.
No, it's more like a
soft
bush.
cover.
Yeah, but he can't shoot through it easy because the elves are short. Remember?
Yep.
Okay. So would I get any cover from standing behind it, or should I just not bother?
If you want, absolutely. But I was agreeing with you before that you couldn't shoot straight. I was agreeing with you, and
Yep.
yeah, but through there definitely. And
Cool. I'll shoot then the damage one and try and finish him off.
And remember, your arrow takes a very narrow path, whereas Bolus takes a very wide path.
Yes. Nope, missed again. Jesus, it's getting worse.
Zhang is up next.
I will fire at that lizard man.
Remember, a +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Yes, which is perfect. So close range, no armor. 1. Oop. Ah,
All right, which one was it? The injured one?
yes, the injured one. Get
Right.
off the field.
He is dead.
Lovely.
Okay, just make sure all these have got that enabled, so you should be able to see when we get down to them, all their things. Okay, Shiro is up.
Shiro is going to send a sling round at this guy.
Cool.
Where you are. 5 minus 1. AC 1 for 4 points of damage. I assumed I got a minus to hit him shooting through people.
Okay. After sure, it would be Jaquan.
An attack on that guy.
How far did you move?
30.
You can't attack them.
No. You can only move half your speed, so you can move 15.
Oh, with the imposition. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
I will move to. Hang on. So 15 gets me to there.
If you want to hold an action, you can't move.
Yep.
If that's it, it'll be Vash.
I'm gonna launch a javelin at the injured boy,
Go for it.
and he's in close range. Yes, so another +1 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Good old Atlatl.
Yeah, the best investment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't matter anyway.
Unfortunately, your aim is not a good investment. Speaking of poor aim, Sean.
Yep, pretty much.
He's got +1. Come on, Sean. Oh,
Cast a spell.
What
Oh.
spell are you casting?
I'm casting prayer.
Cool.
Shuri says, get in front of him. Hypatia.
Hypatia de Lorgan.
Are you
Hypatia.
muted, Al?
All right. Well, I guess I'll go to.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright. Enemy magic. Allied NPCs. The toad is up.
The toad is going to.
Oh, they are mighty large beasts. Brutish.
Yeah,
How about thou?
he's going to move in front of Sean, which is what I was asking Hypatia to do, but that's fine.
Technically, Hypatia did move in front of Sean.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. All right.
Alright.
So, 5. He'll move up one more and attack. Right. He's going to stabby stab with his spear.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're going to be better at melee than they are at ranged, I would be guessing.
Yep, he thrusts a big, thick, hafted spear with both his big clawed hands.
Yeah.
Alright, this guy gets within 15 feet. And he's going to stab as well. At Jaquan.
Remember, you've got DR.
Yeah.
2.
Alright, how far away is he? Oh, he's just out of range. Alright, so he's just going to sit there. This guy's going to move up to there. This guy's going to move to there. Alright. PC magic. The prayer goes off.
Nice. That's another +1/+1, or is that +2/+2?
No, it's plus another +1, but it's also -1 to all the other guys.
Nice.
Lenza,
That's-
you're up.
Bless and Bane combined.
Alrighty.
But better.
But it stacks.
Let's shoot this
Yeah.
guy, because why not?
-2 because there are 2 Munchkin's in the way. I'll give you -1 actually because it's big. So
Alrighty.
that is a hit. Done.
Probably hits. Yay.
Alright.
That'll be my turn.
Zhang, you're up.
If Zhang wants to pocket the sling again in his pouch and then take out his Guandao, do I still have half a move?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case.
Because you don't actually really take out the Guandao. The Guandao isn't put away. It's too big to actually put away. You probably have it just nestled against your body when you're slinging, or held loosely in your left hand if you're right-handed, or vice versa.
Right.
It's not
Okay.
like something you can sheath.
There's no putting that in your prison pocket.
Nope. Not without all the good
Holds
pain
it
and
between his
tears.
butt.
Sure.
Alright, Shiro. Yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with these guys, so I'm just gonna step to here and fling a rock at this guy. That's AC -1 for 5 points of damage.
Okay, Jaquan.
David and Goliath.
Step attacking this guy.
Mhm.
+2.
Crit.
You put +2, which means it's a ++2. So for the modifier, you just put 2.
Okay.
So let's. How much damage was that? 10, we'll say. There we go. He's still standing after all this time.
Yeah. So second attack.
Mhm. Hey, you just copied and pasted.
No, I did 2 and 2.
I know, but it gave you the exact same.
Yeah.
All good. He dies. Vash, you're up.
I'm gonna chuck another javelin at this lucky boy. Did +3, amazing. How do you put the number on top of your token?
You just hover. So when you go down to your token marker, you just hover over the top of it, and then you can put a number on it. It's got to be a single-digit number, though. That will hit that guy. Ow, he is badly injured, but he's still standing. Sean, you're up.
One is going to shoot. I guess shooting that one makes the most sense, doesn't it? Because what are the odds of me actually doing damage?
You have no penalty because the toad is small and the lizard man is large.
8 damage was minimum damage. Bash is a beast.
That is a miss. Hypatia, you're up.
And the damage was good too.
One there, do some attacking. Use some of these funky new macros. Combat, generic attack. 2 and strength, and number of damage dice is 1. 2, 8. And 2. Wow, okay. That was a waste.
Yeah, you use the generic attack, so I got that there. So if you don't have, if you pick up any random weapon, or if I got a creature picks up anything, so yeah, that's just the generic one. All good. That's why you had so many things to click.
They're resistant to
Yeah.
slashing though, Al, so a critical's probably not a waste.
It's well
True.
dead though. It's so dead. You can describe how you kill it.
Oh, let's see that one. It's sort of let's see, stab me with my thing, stab me with a spear. So I basically I sort of use my shield to sort of bash a spear out of his way and just and yeah, basically just go comes straight up in between the ribs. Well,
Okay.
straight onto the sternum.
Okay. He is dead, and you are sprayed with a thick, black, gooey blood. Ooh, does get in. You're going to need to rinse that out. Luckily, there's a river nearby. Enemy magic, allied NPCs.
Cool. The toad is not wanting to die, but also a crazy brave-hearted fool. So he's going to step in here and stab this guy.
Mhm.
Aha! Where's my small sword? There it is. Oh, he's a reptile.
He is.
He is a reptile, right?
He is. He can use his small sword to its fullest potential.
-7. That's not a crit, is it? No.
No.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
But he stabs it well in the knee. Alright, such was the blow. It's going to make an immediate morale check. It feels very threatened by the toad's sharp, pointy, needle-like sword.
It's the tongue that's licking his eye at the time. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
But then the lizard, who was about to break and run, realizes, hang on a second, that's a really big frog.
Yeah, I'm massive.
And frogs are delicious enemies. So it's going to attack the toad.
Is he a large creature?
He is.
Excellent. Then the toad gets +2 to his AC, and
Yes.
it becomes 4.
Yep, so he gets -1 to hit because
I
of
mean
the
2.
crit.
Sorry, becomes 2.
That's right. -1 and -1. He stabs with a knife and stabs with a spear.
Oh,
But both
well.
actually, you didn't even have to roll. 2 of the
yeah.
images go pop.
Where's my? It's the freaking hidden one. There you are. All right.
And he's going to pop the last 2.
Yep.
This guy here is going to make a morale check because he's badly injured. And he's like, you killed my brother, prepare to die. It's not really it's not really his brother, but you know, it doesn't matter. He's going to stab at Hypatia with his spear from distance.
Sentiments.
Keep her away.
And he misses by a long way. Even longer because I forgot to add the -1. Alright. PC magic. No one was casting spells. Allies. End of turn. Lenza, you're up.
Alrighty. Let's see. I might move out of cover now because it seems like there's less big threats to deal with. And hey, these guys are in close range, so I'm going to aim for this boy right here.
Mhm.
I don't have any penalties because it's a clear shot.
Correct.
Excellent.
You get that +1.
Even with the +1, he misses.
Yeah.
Zhang, you're up.
Zhang is gonna scooch around, move 30, and attack from behind with the Guandao.
You cannot move through his space like that.
Oh. Okay, well that's close
Ooh.
enough.
Right in his face.
That's aim. Oh, did you include the +1 to hit because of the prayer?
Yes.
You miss.
Ah,
Sure.
alas.
I may have given something away there.
Alright. Shiro is going to
He is too large for you to move past.
step to here and piff a rock at him.
Mhm.
It's AC 4 for 5 points of damage. God, minimum damage every time.
Consume though.
But it doesn't matter.
Jaquan is up next.
Step forward, the damaged one here.
That will kill him.
And
One
the other
remains.
one in front of Latoad.
Oh!
That is a crit.
I was going to say you're not going to get to do a crit this session, but
Oh wait,
How
way
do
to
you,
prove me wrong.
how do you want to kill him?
Why would you say that? Simply off with his head.
All right, which is impressive with a stabbing weapon. So,
Just rips it out.
yep. All right, they are dead. They didn't do as well as they would have hoped, but yeah.
They pulled out some spells.
Mhm.
They pulled out
Did
the
they
biggest
seem
spell.
to drop anything back where we first encountered them? Like prisoners?
Nope. As I said, they didn't have anything. There was no enemy, no prisoners with them, and they seemed to be a small group which kind of formed together to engage you because they seemed to spy you coming.
We're now closer though, so I thought it was worth asking again.
Yep, that's fair. Cool. They are dead. You have won the field of battle.
On with the hunt. We got to find these people.
Yes.
Okay.
No time to loot.
Do we have to do it tonight?
Nope. In fact, I was just moving back here to grab this and shift you back to there. And say GG. Can people vote for the MVP? And you can pick up the chase for the prisoners next session.
cool.
Are our tokens to MVP off?
Oh, we
Did
can do that? My token doesn't click on.
No, he said where are.
Thank you.
It was still weird
Oh,
that
there we go.
the dynamic lighting applied to this map. That is, I wonder if it applies to any map. If you just turn dynamic lighting on for a map, it turns that, but it shouldn't happen. I don't know. Weird. I have 6 votes. 7. Alright, so let's have a look. 2. Okay, so Shiro got 2 and Jaquan also got 2.
Nice.
Alright, I think I'm going to give the MVP as my vote, casting vote. Actually, I'll let you guys cast the vote. So everyone except for Aaron and Den can vote. So just vote for either Jaquan or Shiro, and you guys can cast the vote. Okay, Shiro gets it. Jaquan, do you wish to have XP or a blessing?
XP, please.
Alright, let me pull up the minor blessings and deal 1 to Shiro. Alright, GG.
Thank you, GM.
No worries. Thanks, everyone. Good game again.
Well played, everyone.
No one died.
No one
Yep.
died,
Yay.
except maybe Harry.
Some lizards. Some lizards died.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh. I guess you were right then, Kruber.
Mm-hmm. It is known.
But if he
What?
does survive, then I guess it, might be that he has some talent.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he's not dying.
For me, I know I can do it. I'll drag Harry from the mercs to the missing.
Okay, done.
Nice.
Cool.
That's
Alright,
good.
GG everyone. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Nice.
Everybody.
Cheers.